what was Normalist doing?
I love
Well,
inciting chaos.
I guess he was discussing and talking to people and whatnot, and like
yeah,
giving up the plan, which I guess Sardonyx was doing to some degree also, albeit also she lewd a bit. Albeit, so I guess there's a little mix of that. Albeit most of that was looting.
I'm butchering the dragon.
Okay, yeah.
I took some bits, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Claire
I take
would
a
have
souvenir.
not looted anyone and mostly would have stuck around, kind of looking around the place and more so discussing things with Sardonyx as Sardonyx looted stuff. But yeah, okay. So, with all that in mind, are you guys sticking to Norlis Panland and getting out of here now?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regrettably, but he owes me.
Okay.
There's so much treasure down there in a dragon hoard, and you owe me shit.
I didn't say
There's
you
also-
couldn't do it. I said this is the plan that I have. It's the smartest way to keep us safe. If you wanted to go down there,
smart.
if you wanted to go down
We
there,
aren't heading directly into the city, right?
No, you could try to convince Victorion and Sardonyx, who have wings, to accompany you downwards, but we do not have, the other three of us do not have climbing speeds, nor is Nornalis strong enough to scale an entire cliffside safely up and down. So anyone without
Nor
wings,
do you know how deep it is.
nor do I know how deep it is, so Nornalis isn't going down there. And I'm assuming neither the other two that have the lack of climbing and flying. So you can try to convince Sardonyx and Victorion.
Nah,
they'll go down
as much
with
as I
you.
want, I don't want to derail the campaign with it. Not derail the campaign, but like derail the thing. I'll deal with the fact that my character doesn't get to have their little greedy moment for once. It's okay.
Well, wait.
I got ropes and grappling.
Wait. I actually have to know. Are you actually giving the sword to Mortar?
I am not going to give the sword to Mortar in the direct way. I will put it into the bag, but I am absolutely not handing the sword
Okay,
directly
but you
to
do
Mortar.
put it in the bag of holding. Okay.
Yes, but I'm not handing it to Mortar. If they like trick or treat, hold the bag out to me, I'll put the sword in it.
Okay, so I would say
I
that
don't
that would
trust
probably
Mortar.
happen towards the end of all the stuff you guys are doing. So if Mortar kind of steps up, you do that.
Can you
Mortar-
sense magic inside a bag of holding? Sorry, ignore me.
The second it falls in the bag of holding, the bag of holding begins to shake violently.
We leveled up, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
We're level 8 now, yes.
So
I
as you
think
guys
I
are walking out of here, you guys do that, and suddenly the bag of holding is shaking violently. What do you do about it?
It shouldn't be doing that, right? I don't know what
Mortar's
they do.
going to take it out of the bag of holding.
How do you go about doing that?
Are you dumping
Oh,
it
I'm
out or
gonna-
are you picking it up?
As
I'm
in-
going to fucking reach it and grab it.
Okay, quick actual thing. To get stuff out of a bag of holding, do you just reach in and just like
Yes.
in your
basically
mind, you're like, I want to pick up
visualize it.
this, and you
Yes.
do that?
Yes.
You don't say anything out loud. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
you just reach in and grab it.
You visualize it in your head. You can't just reach in and like think, oh, I want to grab a ruby, but if there's no ruby in there, you grab nothing.
Yeah. So you gotta know what's in
managed
it.
to do so. The bag looks like if it did that for a little longer, it probably would have burst. It looks. There are striations in the bag right now. The bag's like okay-ish, but it's definitely like despite it being a magic item which tend not to break easily. It looks like it actually may have suffered actual damage.
I'll just put it in my
it's
normal bag
possible
then.
to a point where further damage is more possible than would be otherwise.
And see, look, this is exactly why I should have been holding onto it so I don't destroy Moritar's bag of whatever.
I'll just put it in my normal bag then.
I'm just curious. The bag of holding makes like a pocket dimension. It's not like literally within a bag. Are you aware of that, Ian? Like it's in its own dimension.
I think what is happening is that Tearfling is destabilizing the magic of the bag because it probably has some anti-magic properties of some kind, which is why it did good to the dragon. That one's a bit of a stretch, but yeah.
You guys could do like some insight checks, or if you would like to.
Can I do an Arcana check?
I mean, if Sardonyx wanted to literally cast Identify, they could. Nornalis can only visual cast it.
I have disadvantage. I did that specifically because I wanted to roll badly, but I got a 13.
Hazel, you aren't really sure. It's possible that the sword like refuses to be contained. Or it's also maybe due to like it, since you know that the sword like had some weird like it was really heavy, but in like a weird way, like it was like a gravitational pull. Maybe something like that was distorting the bag. You're not really sure. Abaddon, you think the bag was afraid of the sword?
I think that's still
That's
correct,
so
though.
on brand.
And Amethyst, you would okay. So but yeah, you think that now this isn't really Arcana, but you think that there's possibly some correlation between how the sword functions and how it deals with being in a special space like that. Albeit there is that's not necessarily the definite way to think about it. As in, likely it may have some special effect or some special circumstance in regards to being contained into a space like that. It's also possible that it is has something perhaps put keeping it on this plane that causes it to be all funky when removed.
No, it's quite obvious what's going on. The soul's got claustrophobia.
And for Moritar, you would get the idea that you're not sure exactly, but it likely has something to do with the sword possibly literally actually refusing to be contained in such a space. Ultimately, it may have to do with the fact that the sword may have to do something with Tyr themselves. It's not exactly clear to you because you haven't really identified it and don't really know all the secrets of that weapon. But you definitely can say that it definitely is something regarding the sword itself that causes it to do that, and that it likely would either be something about it literally refusing to be contained, more likely than it possibly being gravity. So I assume you guys continue, and I'll put you now in here. Also, I recognize that my answer to Amethyst is a little rambly, but basic idea is that it would the gravity thing seems reasonable, but other things are also possible.
Might want to put our characters down on the map.
Okay, I didn't know if I did. Okay. I believe they already are.
Yep, we're on the top right.
Okay. And you guys would see, patiently waiting for you would be Frebo, whom had heard a lot of various noises, and now sees that most of you are okay. Telf is not with you. They died. They were on the basic, or at least you don't really know if they died or not. They might have just been in a coma. I don't. No one said they did anything with them.
Coma would be concerning, right?
Yeah, you weren't sure, but they definitely. It looks like they had an awful faceplant and just stopped moving.
Yeah, that's very concerning.
You guys have since left that room, or did you intend to do something with them? I was in the understanding that you took your time to look in solace and assume they died.
I could glance very carefully, make a medicine check, maybe.
Yeah, you could have done. Yeah. Since I think mostly I think you're of all the people, I think you'd be the most free to do that. Yeah.
FYI, out of character, am I misremembering that there was a way up to the Palatarium from underground?
Repeat the question?
Am I misremembering that there's a way up to the Palatarium from underground?
No, you're not. It was discussed that there was
First
a way.
roll of
You
the
guys can
session.
hear it.
First roll of the session.
You really have no idea what to think. They might be fully alive. They might be fully dead. You have no idea.
Can I try?
I'd like to say
No.
that Victorian's probably really distracted. And so there's that little bit of him that's trying to go over and actually care about people, but his primary concern is not being terrified in the city.
You guys, as you left, I mean, you would have seen, like, unless you would have stopped what you were doing and not gotten some of the loot you're going for, or tried to take extra time and stay behind to try to do a medicine check or try to determine stuff on the TELF. So if you were staying extra time in the chamber and gonna get behind for a party, that could be one way you go about it, Amethyst.
Wait.
The idea is Norlis put like a rule on you guys, and you guys assumedly were okay with it, and you guys just quickly did stuff. You didn't get everything in there. And you didn't most of the dragon stuff. There's a lot more scales that could be done and gotten, and I'm not. If more, you might have been enough to get like a proper set of like armor eventually.
Yeah, I also thought we were talking about Freebo. What about Telf? I think I got lost in translation somewhere.
Telf was had in combat. I'd been matched by the dragon, or actually no, attacked by one of its minions, and ended up just falling face first on the floor, and just stopped moving.
I mean, I don't think Victorion was doing anything in that time. They would have had time to like check on Telf.
Yeah, I know. Victorion did.
Okay, okay, that's what that role was for.
Yes,
okay.
And I very much so was not doing great on it. The most I could do is give myself guidance.
Ian, you are so far away from the mic now.
Oh, sorry, I was scratching my
Oh wait, I didn't roll guidance.
Okay. Freebo, back to. Oh.
I mean, Telf is really small.
That's not.
Like, Victorion could have just picked him up. In
You also
hand, right?
you nat 1'd. I'm gonna keep it as a nat 1.
I know. I just thought it would be really funny just to see.
Back to current time. You guys have now left the chamber. You see Freebo kind of awaiting you. I waited. How do they sound?
Remind me, what is
Freebo
again?
More squeaky.
Because I don't remember what this thing is at all.
Freebo was a dust mephite that I believe
only Sardonyx could talk to.
Yeah, I think Sardonyx talked to him. Yeah.
Everyone, I think like half the party can speak Primordial.
I can't. I was the one who met Frebo, but I couldn't speak his language. I think it was either Sardonyx or Victorion that talked to Frebo before. I can't remember which.
Okay. Frebo kind of waves and sees that you guys are fine. Looking. Oh, what?
You're breaking up, Sardonyx. You're not coming through clearly. I don't know if it's connection or mic pickup, but you're not coming through.
I said
by the way, you guys can start to move your characters. Oh, sorry.
You said you were, and then cut off. What does fixing bones means?
They fixed some there was I think farther south down here there was a gravestone bay had opened up, or a tomb bay had opened up, and they basically put the bones back in place, which had been kind of waddled about it.
Alright.
Okay. So now the party is moving along in whatever direction they are.
Straight south,
which is fully determined by you, not me. Claire kind of hears that again and gives you another kind of iffy look, but seems to ultimately kind of accept it. But they still seem a little iffy on. Actually, I forget if sorry. Did in the text they say something about being a little iffy on it and feeling it's a little too close? If not, I'll have them do it now.
Ooh.
They did say that. Yes. And I said...
But, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just, if the whole point was to get out of there quickly, I don't really see how this place would be. I mean, I guess it's all slightly safer, but it still has, you know, relative danger.
I just wanted to get away from the Dragon's Hold directly and find a place where we can rest, that is a place we can rest. I can do something and protect us, and we will have protection both inside the dome and outside from anyone who tries to break into the Sigalax area.
Do you guys see this hatch here? What the fuck?
Sorry, I didn't mean to move that. Sorry.
It's
moving.
It's a mimic.
Step. No, I'm kidding.
Step this way, then step that way.
Do you remember? I'm pretty sure I disabled this trap earlier. So I think this is at least a safe area. Not safe area, but like untrapped.
I still cannot see well. Would someone else take the lead, please?
Am I showing this?
Are we going back to where we rested last time?
I don't think we can get another long rest because it's been like an hour.
We aren't taking a long rest. We're taking a short rest.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's literally down there.
Also, I never did address it, but there were corpses right around here. They had been there for a while.
You guys are going the wrong way.
No,
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Yeah, you guys are going to Sigalax
It's
place.
literally
Yeah.
over here.
Is Sigalax place not where we rested?
Not gonna
No,
lie.
it's not.
Wait, where am I going? Did I go the wrong way?
Sigalax was the other son of Vetnor. By the way,
Yes.
I
So you
think
rested here?
Yes.
Hazel's fucking teleporting.
I think I
I'm
went the
trying to
wrong
figure out
way.
where the fuck we're going. Okay.
This is
I'm
where we're
probably-
going. Right here. We're here.
meta-wise, if you ask Vetnor, sorry, ask Sigalax, like, hey, can you talk about
I'm
the
trying
family
to figure
tree?
out which way we went.
I will unironically just post the family tree. I was gonna do that
Victoria,
last session or last
zoom out
week,
and just
but
look at this
decided
ping.
not to.
This is where we are. I
Someone's
don't know where
teleporting
you are.
around.
I'm looking to see where we rested because I know for a fact it was not over there.
No,
Yeah,
this is
you
not
weren't
where we
going to where you
rested.
rested.
I didn't say this is where we rested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought we were. Yeah, I
you
went
guys
the
were
way we
going to
were
the
rested.
tomb of. I'm sorry. I shouldn't refer to it as Sigalax's place because most people probably forgot that word, like his name. But the tomb of Vetnor, I guess would be like actually like the place where Vetnor's grave or tomb was would be better. Albeit this whole area, this whole battle map is the catacombs of Vetnor, which is not the only catacombs under the city.
The last place we rested was by the where we killed the Valkyrie.
Correct, yes.
Like you
That's what I'm
guys,
saying is,
in
you said we're
Turkey,
taking
like,
a short rest, so I thought we
general.
were gonna go back to that resting spot.
No, I said we're going to rest somewhere where we have an ally of sorts because we entered this tomb peacefully. Is what I literally said.
Maybe it didn't pick up, but I do not remember you saying that. But okay.
No, I didn't
won't
say
fight
it.
Johnny.
I wrote it.
Okay.
You'd know if I wrote if you read.
What do you mean you wrote it?
In roleplay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've been busy.
You guys now enter the area, and I assume you do a short rest. While you're going about that, Sigalax was seeming to move around a little bit, and they look slightly surprised to see you so soon. Why have you returned?
But there's two reasons. One, we needed to take a rest somewhere with a semblance of safety after we just did battle with the dragon, unfortunately. And two, I believe there was... Correct me if I'm wrong, Ian. I could be wrong here. I believe there was a puzzle here that said, bring two and the third shall follow. And as it so happens, we now possess two. Am I incorrect in remembering that?
Let me remember where you saw that. I think you may have gotten
Wait,
that
hold
here.
on. That's all I meant to do.
So somewhere
I
in
believe
here.
I believe you did. You did see. I forget if it was a plaque or.
It said it somewhere in here, did it not?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it did. Oh yeah, I think you had it was a note or a tablet. I think
I like
within
it
one of these
too.
boxes.
It
Yeah.
was a tablet that I found. I think I found it and specifically said, I can't read this, Nornless here.
Yes. So, and Nornalis assumed out of character that meant bring Tearfling and the Wolf-Bitten Claw, and the third object of Fetnor will appear.
Okay.
So,
Why did I just
Sigalax
do
looked
that? That was
at
smarter.
you after you like kind of explained that to them. I
Okay, there we go. Why is it hating me?
do not believe that relates to this place
Okay,
specifically.
that worked. There we go.
But I understand what it means. The items are drawn to each other, primarily due to Tiefling's manipulation of fate. That third item, which I wonder if you know what that is at a higher likelihood to end up in your hands.
I see. Okay,
It does
so
not
it
mean
wasn't
that it
like
will
a
merely
portal.
show up,
Yes. Okay.
but that does not mean it will not. Your likelihood of seeing it is increased greatly by two of them being held
There we go. Now
relatively
it works.
close
Okay.
together,
Thank God.
as in within a couple of feet or several feet. I guess within a certain specified. I don't know specifics of that, but I do know that. Actually, wait. You guys told him about the wolf bitten. Yeah, actually, he did. Yeah. I will say that third item I have not seen in a long time, nor have I seen really any of them other than Tiefling relatively recently, albeit I've been dead for 1,000 years.
Yeah, for
That
1,000
third
years.
item is the pommel of Tyr.
A pummel.
Yes.
Does that mean
It
it's
is-
an incomplete part of a weapon? A pommel is not
It can
normally
be-
a full item.
It is unique. A sword of normal nature, when held in one hand and the pommel of the other, can be magically modified only so that the pommel can be screwed on. If the pommel is removed, it can be thrown. Once thrown, the speed of the pommel will reach speeds I do not know the terminology to use to explain.
Well, that is certainly interesting. That's definitely not what scholars once thought it might be. It was rumored to be Tyr's eye, not a pommel.
I mean, they're both
That's
round.
the thing. I hate to say this, but I fear that the reason for that may have been bad theologists. As in, I have a hard time seeing how one could confuse the other. However, its obscurity in terms of where I was in the understanding of where it would end up can be understandable. As in, I was in the belief that that it would be stored at a temple or place designated for my father, but hidden in such a way so that it would not be clearly visible, but very close to anyone who visits.
I'll certainly keep that in mind then. At that point, Nornalus, because this is conversation as I entered into the room.
You can do a history check on it.
Okay, I'll do that in just a minute. Nornalus would take the time to gather everyone close and cast ritually Liam's tiny hut to protect them during they're up to 8-hour rest, but they're not taking the 8-hour rest, but it lasts for 8 hours. History check. That is bad. 13.
Okay. You get that you think it was probably at one point stored in the Vetnor Temple or Temple of Vetnor, or maybe the Paladin area of Tyr, or possibly maybe in a different, maybe in Nor at a temple. You're not exactly sure. But as you kind of think, you do remember hearing rumors like years ago that the Alton Kingdom did take one of the weapons of the Vetnor clan, and considering you have 2 of them, it probably would have been the other one. So that makes the most sense. And you also do recall learning that, how do I even say should I mention something about the special book, or would you like me to kind of keep that in text?
Nope, that's fine. No, I would prefer you do not.
Do not mention it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll just say that you would have had some understanding of its location, and
Gotcha.
that it would have been fairly far south.
Gotcha.
Around a year or 2 ago.
Okay. Then unless Sigalak has something they'd like to say to us, we just take our rest.
They have
Go ahead.
one final thing to say.
Yes.
I have a question.
By all means, I will answer it.
Long ago, we had our war, but we understood that there was another great war going on in the world at that time. For that it had some influence here in our continent, but was mostly amongst the elves in Stel and also in parts of this continent, Elkin. Are you familiar with that conflict, and do you know what happened? Because I only know some. I'm just a bit interested.
I am a historian buff, so can I roll a history check with advantage? Because this is his bread and butter.
Yes.
Decent. 22.
Okay. You get that he's referring to the Soul Point Civil War, and that what you would basically know is that one of the 2 heads of the clan, Galandar, died, was killed by his son Clandar, and that the faction that Galandar was kind of assumed with a grouping of factions ended up kind of winning that conflict, though. Clandar went into relative obscurity, and some of his sons returned years later, albeit in states that would be strange to describe, as in mechanical. You also know that the clown faction within the Soul Quench had initially been on the side of the Clandar, but is now but during the war has switched sides. You also know that Plandar, whom I only mention amongst these for a reason I think Abaddon might remember, and maybe Moratar, that's a maybe, died in that conflict.
I communicate that to him as best as I can.
I honestly only know 1 or 2 of those names, but it's nice to know. I just understand the intensity of that was of a similar nature to my conflict, but less men were involved.
Understood.
I assume I will never see you again.
It is not terribly likely, no. Mayhaps we'll come back in years to come to do a more thorough investigation for information in terms of old, but this is currently a ravaged land, and Truthfully, scholars like myself do not come this far too often. And when they do, they are struck down by incompetence like my fellow blue robes over here.
I will mention one final thing to you. You have reminded me of my free will. I am not bound truly by this place. No longer. For at least for several hundred years. But I had forgotten. Farewell.
Bye.
You take care. Within the dome, Normless would either identify the sword Tierfling unless Sardonyx wanted to burn a spell slot on that.
You can to identify Tierfling?
Correct, yes.
So, as you start to identify it, roll a con save. Whoever is casting the identify spell, and if there's anyone that's also holding it, do have a con save as well.
Did Hazel snatch it back up and demand to hold it while I
No.
Okay.
Mortar just put it in his normal bag.
Okay.
Despite the fact that I still want it back, I'm not going to take it.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna roll a con save. Oh, that's pretty decent. 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay. The weapon starts to shake in your hands and emit like pulse waves of sorts, kind of pressing downward as you start to cast the spell. It was already fairly heavy in your hand and before that, but it becomes even heavier, but not in the same way as perhaps with the Cleaver of Flood, but more of like a direct movement downward rather than just weight attributing. As in, it feels like a gravitational pull of sorts, but this is now more intensified. However, you manage to... The save isn't necessarily regarding whether you can hold on. I guess you can do a strength check if you can hold on. However, the pulse wave feels really weird. It feels like your body is like it goes, you can kind of, it almost like makes your internal organs jiggle a little bit. But you manage to kind of stay through. Maybe you might vomit in your mouth a little bit, but you manage to kind of deal with it. With that in mind, Tierfling is a short sword that is a +3, so +3 to attack and +3 to hit. Tierfling, whenever you make any attack, you will need to use a Wisdom saving throw. Whenever you unsheath it, you will need to do a Wisdom saving throw. Or if the blade is placed on the ground and you attempt to lift it, you need to do a Strength saving throw. Is anyone by the way, are you guys writing this down? I'll try to write this down later.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
Okay. And then...
the blade's on the ground and it is desired to pick up, needs a strength saving throw.
Yes. And then, anyone... Actually, there's two things. One, once it is unsheathed, someone within a 50-foot radius is fated to die before it is unsheathed. And two, anyone stabbed by Tierfling is fated to die relatively soon after being stabbed. This fate, of sorts, will cause all sorts of circumstances to happen that will help cause them to die. It may not be due to the blade itself. Additionally, the sword may assist in both those rules.
Fascinating.
Is that everything?
Is a...
Yes, there's one last thing I forgot.
It's all good. I just want to make sure it's all on the thing before I drop it in chat.
That's actually important. The blade can absorb energy. If it is a fire, the blade will become engulfed in flame and will do an additional 40-10 damage. And
4d10?
yes, 40-10.
I assume fire damage?
Yes. And when absorbing this energy, it can cause significant environmental change. It can also absorb, when I say energy, I guess I should say heat. And it, in some circumstances, or actually, let me rephrase this. In situations, this should, I actually have to specify, this is to be used in situations of intense temperatures. If you're just working with a smaller flame, nothing may happen, or it may give a lower die. Additionally, in intense cold environments, it may gain energy from that. However, Tiefling's nature is to gain energy from immense heat.
Fascinating. This is a horrible weapon. And I don't mean that as bad, I mean it as terrifying.
In what way is it terrifying?
When it's drawn, someone within 50 feet of it will die very soon. When stabbed, you will die even sooner. And it isn't,
I think you don't understand the premise of a weapon.
No.
If you draw it,
That's how they work, bud.
if you stab someone with it, they tend to die even quicker.
Abaddon, let me put it in this way. If for some reason a mountain became sentient and you stabbed the mountain with this small, short sword, it would twist fate, time and space to incorporate its death in a very near manner. It isn't poison, it messes with fate, time and space.
Alright, I don't get the whole space thing, but the time thing, now you've got me interested. So tell me, could I technically revert time with it?
No. It is nothing that useful, unfortunately. This is a tool
For devastation, murder.
of the highest degree. This is an item in which realistically one could use to slay gods.
Could I technically hold it for a sec?
You could attempt to pick it up.
Anyone have an issue with it? I will not draw it.
Please do not.
Any objections?
Is this done over the short rest?
Yes.
I was done either over or near the end.
Yeah, Morotar's busy.
Also, roll a history or, honestly, insight advantage. Anyone whom... I'm trying to think of who was... anyone whom was close to Vetnor's tomb when it was unearthed. When the lid was taken off briefly.
To everyone.
Oh, that's
As
bad.
in, it would have to be. I think it was like only 2 people.
I think it was just me and Nornless.
Yeah.
No, that's when you like nudged slightly. You said
Actually-
don't do it, and then
Oh,
everyone then you got it open fully.
You know what? I think I'll just tell you. I would say you 2 would remember that Sigalak had specified that Vetnor was killed by the blade.
I think you did actually say that, yes.
And that this fact is something that you guys would not have known of. And the fact that you didn't know of it is a big deal, meaning it is a big secret.
Yes, this weapon is terrifying. I don't believe anyone should wield it. I'm not entirely certain on how it should be wielded. But...
Look, it's a weapon like any other, alright? It's not over.
Abaddon,
It's not
it
over.
is not a weapon like any other. It is not. Not at all.
It's oh,
Alright, well, I pick it up.
Roll a strength saving throw.
Is it on the ground?
I'm not handing it to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the ground.
Yeah, because I identified it on the ground. Because
I rewrote the text to be a bit more succinct, so it is now in Campfire chat for anyone who wants to. And Ian, if I need to fix anything, please let me know.
Okay.
I'm surprised at how fast I typed that.
Okay, I'll check that in a second or something before I mention. During the short rest, you guys did notice Moritar was doing something rather odd. Okay, first of all, Moritar, are you doing this like kind of back into a corner? Are you hiding that you're doing this? Or are you doing
I'm assuming most people were sat by the sword. Mortar kind of just sat down.
Okay, and additionally, final thing is, are you... Okay. Okay, I'll go with it. So you guys see Moritar take out the wolf-bitten hand, and they seem kind of to play with it a little bit, and they touch it, and it seems to become a little larger, or a little smaller, and they start to kind of modify their own hand, which, as you guys realize, is mostly like a glove of sorts. Made, it's made of armor, with a uncertain form within, albeit a lot of you would assume that of flame, or maybe flesh. Maybe we aren't fully certain. But either way, they seem to kind of mostly remove it and then kind of emplace the skeletal hand along that, and then kind of rim parts of it with their armor, kind of helping keep it in place. Although it kind of looks like it kind of locked in place without the need of additional like pieces kind of locking it there. Quick question, Moritar. Did you want it to be like a bit larger than your other hand?
No, it still needs to fit inside the glove.
Like, what? Oh, so you also do put the glove on it.
Yeah.
Okay. The glove doesn't quite fit, mainly because it's a skeletal hand. Well, I guess you could. Well, the whole point is if you didn't have skin, like, I think it'd be a little weird. Like, because your fingers would be longer. Like, as in the fingers are longer because they're... Okay. But I'm trying to think, like, would that...
It
cause
can
to
already
be all
magically
goofy?
change size.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, you fit a glove along it, kind of take away the coolness of having a big skeleton hand. But yeah. I didn't know if you're gonna have it be like a big kind of spooky claw, but it's also a skeleton. I don't know. Okay. Either way, you see them kind of do this, and then kind of hide it away amongst their glove. Giving like, is there any indication that you kind of have of it being? I mean, I guess the glove could kind of like. Is the glove made of leather or some type of like metal?
Like a thick leather with metal on it.
Okay.
So I'm assuming what just happened was a proper attunement to the wolf-bitten hand, which does take an hour of full time to attune.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what they did during the short rest.
So what I'm saying is that conversation, identifying it would have taken 11 minutes for Norlis. That conversation would have been 4 minutes maximum. So it was absolutely noticed with over an hour with everyone in that circle of exactly what Moritar just did.
Oh.
Yep.
There's another thing I would say. Moritar looks slightly brighter. But you kind of aren't sure if it started when you guys went in this room and kind of sat down, or if it started a little bit beforehand. But he looks, if you look at his like flame through his head, he looks a little brighter.
I just got the high beams on.
Can I where does Moritar have Tearfling right now?
I just left it on the floor for people to identify.
Can I attempt to pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh, did
well,
they?
Abaddon did. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Wait,
and failed.
Yeah, so Abaddon, you would try to pick it up, and it seems to try to force itself back onto the ground, so much so it kind of makes an imprint in the floor, and you can't quite get it.
Wait.
At least on that try.
Okay. I would. Hazel, are you going to pick it up?
I would like to try.
Okay, I am going to stop Hazel and touch her real quick.
Hey.
There you go.
I'm gonna touch you.
Pause?
Oh! Are you okay? Hang on. No. Are you sure it's worth a 2nd level spell slot? That's a lot.
That's only on checks, not saving throws.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
You guys want to checks?
Yeah, no. I also, you don't need to spend a 2nd level spell slot. If you have guidance, though, I'll happily take guidance.
I do not have guidance.
I have guidance.
But I can, in fact.
Bardic inspiration, my
You are
god.
in fact a bard.
You got the bard.
Indeed.
And I will give you guidance.
Okay, so I have guidance,
Because
bardic inspiration, and my psionic energy die.
19.
I'm confused.
Oh,
What's
wait.
happening?
They rolled their instrument.
Oh, does that have anything to do with the number I'm rolling?
I don't know.
No, it's just a performance check.
Okay, so
I don't. Oh.
Oh, they were using their fucking instrument to inspire you. There you go.
Okay.
That wasn't explained.
What is your bardic inspiration die?
D8.
D8. Okay, so I'm gonna roll all the things ahead of time before I roll my check, just to like see what I need. So D8, D4. So that's 7 already. I'm gonna add my own psionic energies beforehand anyway. So okay, that's an 8. So then whatever I'm adding another +1 to this with the strength saving throw.
22.
14 plus 8, 22. Is that enough to lift to the sword? It has to be considering
22? 22,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, I was looking at 13 for a second. With a
There's
22,
plus all that stuff.
you managed to lift it up, and keep in mind, once you kind of have it in place and fully get it in your hand and kind of lift it up a bit for a couple seconds, the gravitational pull, as it was earlier, it kind of lessens. It's still a bit heavier, like it's a lot heavier than it looks, but that heavy gravitational pull lessens once you fully grab it, and you manage to kind of really get a good posture and go at it and pull it up and kind of hold it in your hand along waistline and a little higher, and then after a couple seconds it just stops. That heavy gravitational pull is done.
Okay. I am wearing like a cloak, like over the shoulder type cloak. I'm going to take that off right quick. Affix Tearfling to sheathed, of course. Affix Tearfling to like my back over the shoulder, kind of holster style, and then put the cloak over it to hide it. Okay. I'm doing this not to hide it from the party, but hiding it from anyone else who sees us. So like I am doing this with very much like I'm not trying to hide it from the party.
I mean, you did it in front of the party. It's kind of hard to.
That's what I'm saying. Is I'm not trying to hide it from you guys.
Okay, Amethyst, are you holding the cleaver of blood in your hand, or did you put it away in a? Okay, it's in your hand.
Yes.
It starts to rattle slightly. Roll a it doesn't rattle. Roll a int save. I think that's what we used previously.
I'm running so low on my resources.
You feel like words are forced within your mind, and then you speak them, and they are.
This again.
Just that.
Oh. Okay. Wait, alright. Jealousy. That is literally all it said. That is all it said.
Oh,
You just say the word jealousy?
Yes.
In an ethereal like voice that doesn't quite sound like Sardonyx's.
Jealousy.
Jealousy. I pay it no mind.
It's all to fairy.
So I'm just gonna. It's. I think Hazel put 2 and 2 together, seeing Moritar doing that and then looking brighter. So she's like, I do not trust this person to hold this sword. She is bearing the burden of it, and also wants to hold on to it for herself.
Right at this
Half
point.
nobility, half greed.
Moritar, what are you doing?
I'm getting a hand.
Moritar, what are you doing?
I'm getting a hand.
You clearly are not answering the question. You're not stupid. You're intelligent enough. What are you doing? What is your purpose? Why are you doing it?
Well, this is it's a much better way to keep the thing hidden.
It's attached to your body.
Yes,
Who would
that is a concern
Who would
of
think
mine.
would look for a, who would think to look for a giant hand in someone?
I think a giant hand looks like a giant hand when it's a giant hand on someone's giant hand.
Oh, this is like a
I think-
regular size hand, by the way. Now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was kind of gonna. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted it to be just a slightly bigger hand, so it's a kind of a cool like, thing. But yeah, I'd say you're able to get it relatively. It's still a little larger than your hand, but
I mean,
Relative.
you said I could get. You said it can shrink down to like a small size creature's hand. So.
okay, yeah, I guess. Okay, yeah, 'cause you could do that. You don't want like a cool, slightly bigger hand? Okay.
Oh, we're looking for ancient weapons. That's a very suspicious hand you've got there.
Okay, I will say
Yeah.
though that as you do that, the magic of the hand does make the armor around it slightly concave, as in slightly kind of pushing into the like holes and around the like area of the hand, making it look ever so slightly skeletal.
So that is your entire intent, just to hide it?
I mean, I don't see any dogs around here, or anyone trying to kill us with dogs.
Can I roll insight on Moritar?
Likewise.
About what exactly?
I want to.
I want
if
to
they're
know
telling
if
the
they are-
truth. If
yeah,
that's
full of
all.
shit.
That's their only intention. Oh, that's decent. 18 total.
A Discord
Yeah.
notification covered up my number, so I didn't actually see it till just now. That's a whopping 7. That's the second worst I can do on an insight check.
Yeah, no, Moritar's just using it. Moritar just thought this is an infinitely better way to hide it.
Okay.
Especially after the reaction with the sword going in the bag.
Fair enough then. To my knowledge, I haven't had a chance to identify that item yet myself. I prefer you don't use it. I think it is equally cursed, in a metaphorical sense, as the sword is.
I mean, it's like it's a hand of a god.
I'm not certain. I don't know much about that. I research history, not items.
You guys could do a religion check if you wish.
No, it's fine.
I'll do a religion check. Why not?
I have a -1 to that. I'm not even gonna bother.
I'm actually quite skilled in religion.
Okay, I'm like 50-50 if I should give Moritar disadvantage on this, but I'm not sure.
That's what religion, man.
Well, isn't Moritar like 2 months old, so he doesn't know fuck all?
That's up for him to
Moritar's
tell
very
you.
well studied up. But yeah, I got a 25.
Sorry, not him, them. I forgot to. Ooh. Well, I guess actually I don't know if they any all or they them. I don't know. Some.
All I know is they's a bitch.
Oh, maybe they do. Ooh, what would like a fire themed neo pronoun be?
Fur.
Blaze.
Blaze, blur. Okay.
I said
Blaze
fur.
blur.
Fur. Fee-fi fur. Fim.
My sister
I'm
said
blazed or I'm
burns.
blazing. Come on, get it right.
Wait, burns kind of works a little bit. Okay.
But yeah, I rolled a 25.
Damn.
Ian?
Yes. Okay. I will. A 25. So Mortar got 25, and you got a 6. That's right. Abaddon rolls as well. Okay. Mortar, you, from what you've read, and more so, I guess since you've been kind of around this general area, I think there'd be some indication that you could kind of see symbols of, here and there. You kind of jog your mind. It is believed that at some point, Tyr lost their hand, or more so, was at least bitten heavily on their hand by the wolf Garm. Some claim this event has already happened, others claim that this event will happen at Ragnarok. However, given the fact that Ragnarok assumedly hasn't happened yet, and that you have that, and more so the fact that, you have the blade with you, installs that, it likely was not something that occurred at Ragnarok, but prior. Assuming Ragnarok hasn't happened already, which it assumedly hasn't, unless that war 1,000 years ago was Ragnarok. But most people seem not to feel that way.
The world's still pretty intact for Ragnarok to have happened.
Nah, there's multiple different Ragnaroks.
In terms of Abaddon, you would get that general thing, but not as deep. You would get the idea that this is the hand of Tyr, and that it was, and since, actually also I've mentioned Mortal would get this well, since it's, an ancient weapon given by Tyr to the, ancient warrior, assumedly Vetnor must have removed his hand and done something. It's unclear if it was skeletal on his body after being bitten by both Garm, or what exactly occurred, but that Tyr gave this to Vetnor within the context that it likely the essence of Garm had imbued itself within the hand. So a mixture of Tyr's magics and, the magics of Garm.
Alright.
Okay. But yeah, basically, Abaddon, you would get that general bit, but I don't know if you make the full connection of, when it's, of, the lore behind it in regards to, Ragnarok or not Ragnarok. Actually, what am I saying? You probably, with a 16, you probably would, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
I do know.
Right, so Moltar now has a hand on his hand. We have a sword that can kill anything and can potentially absorb the heat of a volcano, which is the function I'm assuming you all want to do. You want to stab it into lava to make it absorb the heat to prevent the eruption. I'm not certain what you plan on doing with that energy it absorbs, because I feel like it has to go somewhere. I'm no scientist, but I don't believe you can create nor destroy energy.
Wait.
That is the thing, yes. The heat has to go somewhere.
Be used, or is it stored, the energy?
The sword bursts into flames, so I think it has to do something.
Maybe it just burns for a long time and it acts as a rechargeable candle. Yeah. I'm not certain.
Sword is just a flame, or is it you have to use it?
I don't know. It didn't tell me. It just said it can absorb energy in both heat and cold. Maybe we stab it into lava, it absorbs the heat, and hopefully we have a long enough time to stab it into an iceberg. I don't know.
I mean, we have an ice dragon right there.
How did Victorian respond to that one?
That is not something that's about to happen.
How did Victorian respond to that one?
That will... Oh boy.
Victorian? Jade?
Silent acceptance.
Jade?
I think they're... Did they try to speak? Or was
If
that
you
someone
are
else?
talking, we are not hearing you. It looks
Oh, I
like
see.
your mic
Yeah,
now?
There you are. Hello?
Yes! Yay!
Okay,
Cool, my
cool.
mic was just like not working for a little bit.
Gotcha, okay. So how did they respond to what Moritar just said?
He's indifferent, a little concerned. He just kind of gives it a concerned glance.
About stabbing a flaming sword that'll explode into Issa?
Never said anything about stabbing into it.
Yeah, you'd say he
I guess
he's currently a little emotionally numb, and I feel like people aren't addressing that.
Well, no, they've said
You
nothing.
Yeah.
They've said nothing and you've not explained
yeah.
how they look.
He kind of looks towards Moritar. Preferably not the best option on the table.
I'd assume the ice dragon could, breathe cold.
Yeah, but it's not the best option on the table.
I should specify, it would have to be frost that would be, like, near an equivalent to that of volcano. So, like, something like an extremely cold environment, maybe unnaturally so, perhaps, like, something magical, or maybe, like, you're in the farthest, like, the coldest place on the material plane, or somewhere not in near Tyrion.
Would there be any more frost dragons? Or an equivalent?
Ice salamanders?
No, I think they meant like white dragons or silver dragons, I think.
Yes. Victorian would be smart enough to say that. I, as a player Jade, am not smart enough to remember the colors.
So, do a like in the world, do a you could do a history or nature check.
Bet.
I would say that if someone's deeply familiar with geography or
I'm gonna use guidance.
draconic zoology, I would give them like advantage.
That is.
I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna use guidance as well for this.
You could help him out if you wanted to, Amethyst.
That is a dirty 20.
Or you could roll your own, that also works. So with actually Victorian gets a little higher. You've heard all sorts of rumors. You would know. Okay, so first of all, I'm assuming you guys have you guys finished your short rest and are now walking?
Presumably.
No.
Okay, or are you heading the same kind of? Are you going in any different way than you normally would have?
We are currently still sitting and talking within the dome, trying to figure out what the plan is because no one's been.
Oh.
Because we've been talking a lot, not actually covering what we're doing.
My question is, are you guys? I was going to put you to the map, and then afterwards, I would send you either. Unless you would want to, because there are parts of this map you haven't seen yet, but I would otherwise take you back to the entrance hall of the map you were on before you entered this map.
We can do that, but say we haven't done that until we've actually talked about what we're doing next.
Well, within the context, I show you the world map in between, so I can talk about the dragon thing.
That's fine. It's just we still need to talk about what we're doing because we haven't done that yet.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if the plan ultimately, obviously, was to exit this place.
That is
the plan.
But
then
yes.
you guys were mixed up.
That is the plan.
And keep
yes.
it. And okay, so it's. Okay, well, I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to. Stuff. Okay, so either way, you guys would know that or more so, I would say that Victorian would kind of understand that there's been rumors of a white dragon being in Gresshelm, like island of Gresshelm, but like that particular part of it, and then also aspects of rumors. Also, maybe it may be a silver dragon, one of those. There's rumors of one or the other in Frogtellen, as well as rumors of there being several of white and silver dragons in the Olkel Mountains. Some by the Olkel Glacier, some in the Herald Frostwood, which you would know enough because of there being a town there called Dabble, which is where your lineage of the Frost Fairies may have emerged from. It is a community.
And which part of the map is this?
Dabble. Dabble would be over here. But my point is you would know there are powerful dragons around that, possibly in those woods along the mountains of there, and also possibly some in the Olkel Glacier. But other than that, also.
And how far away from that? So we're far. We're like Flagerwood area.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, but there also may be one somewhere, or maybe some on this area, in this area, and other places. And you've heard rumors of there being a kingdom of Dragonborn on the continent of Grund, which is on a different continent, which apparently was cursed by a white dragon, and it was referred to as the White Dragon Kingdom, albeit probably not so much now due to that being. That doesn't sound too funky, but you've at least heard that existed, and that Dragonborn Kingdom may be gone now, but as in frozen over, as in you believe that one is of note because there was apparently a dragon, simply a white dragon, powerful enough to basically make the area way colder than it normally would have been. But that was a while ago. Either way, I would also say that of all these, there would be a dragon known as Kaz. That would be the one you would associate with being by the Olkel Glacier or somewhere that. And I don't want to give a definite on this.
Then don't. That's fine. Just.
I would say you aren't sure exactly if
roll,
it's a white or silver dragon, but you know that's the one you would have a name of, and you would know it would be called Kaz.
Alright, so the plan is, for the most part, the large part of us would like to go to Mount Flaga and try and resolve the near eruption that is set to happen soon. I must visit the Paladin area of Tyr before we go.
You guys need to remove yourself among his, or I'll just move to the next map if you guys all want.
Moves on to the next.
You can move on to the next.
Yes.
We're just having this conversation before we move. I understand you all are on a time frame, but I will not leave the city before I have done my part in being in the city.
No, it's all good. And I want to visit that thingamabob as well.
I don't believe I'm on this map.
Nor am
I
I.
haven't moved you yet. There we go.
Okay.
Everyone's on there now. And okay, I gotta move. Oh, we'll grab the rest of them.
Does anyone have an issue with that?
No.
Not at the moment.
Oh, one bit.
Excellent. So let's make our way there then. We did pass it along the way.
I mean, wait. Okay.
Albeit, Victorion did get to this area a different way.
Yes.
And save with Claire again.
Yes. Yes, Sardonyx, what is it?
I don't know. We can go.
What?
She said we can go. Or they said we said go.
Okay. It's okay.
Oh, Amethyst, outside of character, what pronouns would you prefer?
It does not matter.
Okay.
So Norlis does his best to lead everyone back the way they came. Probably having to wade through water, or in Moritar's case, walk on top of it, or in Sardonyx's and Victorion's case, flying above it.
Yeah, waiting is not fun, as it definitely gets... Having the giant there definitely was a bit nicer, as it does get a bit deeper in certain parts.
Wait, did you
But
increase
you
how
guys
much light
managed to...
I output?
Wait, how deep?
Pretty deep.
At certain parts it gets around 5 to maybe 5 feet deep, with some parts maybe getting close to 6, but mostly it kind of shifts a bit. It definitely it's a very odd river in regards to that, I would say. But it definitely, well, actually I take back. No, it's
Wait.
fairly deep. It's around, like, it kind of lightens out around the slopes and towards the edges, but in the middle it tends to be around 5 feet deep.
Oh, is Hazelnut coming with us?
What's up? I'm coming with.
Hazel's just not on this part of the map.
I still can't see the map. It's still a black screen for me.
Oh, did I never drag you on? I thought I did.
You know, I've been sitting on a black screen for a while.
You're the only one I forgot to drag. Okay.
Where is everyone?
Right over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see.
Okay. So you guys can start to move down the river. You start to move down and you get into a slightly openish area. Actually, I need to pull up something just so I can confirm. I want to give you. There we go. So you guys start to move down, and then you kind of get into an area that is slightly more open, but doesn't seem to move. It just seems to go forward. It's just some side land along the river, and you see some giant centipedes kind of move about, and next to them are some, like, maybe like 4 feet tall, like glowy blue mushrooms. When I say giant centipede, I mean like cat size. They're not too big. They're a little bigger than cats, but not,
you say
not,
that
not
as if
big.
even a small centipede is not the biggest problem on Earth.
Yeah.
Cool. Different. Ooh. Well, I mean, millipedes are more friendly, but yeah.
I want to know what. Sorry.
These are giant centipedes, or more so.
I don't care about centipedes. I care about the mushroom.
Oh. These are blue glow mushroom. Sorry, these are a large variety of blue glow mushrooms. Do you continue on, or do you stay here for any particular reason? Also, roll. Who has a passive perception of 15 or higher? Obviously Victoria.
Me.
But who else?
I love that. Obviously Victoria.
I have an 18.
Oh.
16.
Oh wait, hold on. Is someone here giving me a run for my money? I appreciate that.
Wait, what's your passive?
20.
I mean, if I took... Actually, no, I already have alert.
You mean,
observant.
Yeah, observant.
I took tough instead of anything else because I wanted more HP.
Real.
But
As
if I
you should.
did, I would have 20. I would have 23 passive perception.
So real. I'm thinking about taking it next level, but I'm probably gonna take crossbow expert now that I have this cool thing with bobber. Or piercer. Piercer actually sounds really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys would hear like the sounds of some echoed growls, but a bunch of them mixed with the sounds of like movement along walls coming from further downstream in the direction you're going.
Oh.
Do you continue downstream, or do you take the...
We most likely will. Oh.
Does
I'm
it
ready for it.
Does what?
Does it sound familiar like the creatures we met or nearly came across when we first entered in above ground?
When you first entered above ground.
Yeah, the
no. You guys, when you first
dog-like
entered,
creatures.
I think you heard the sound of some direwolves, I think, when you entered from the above ground area. As in the inn, the old inn, you guys were like kind of went through the side entrance. You guys went into the basement of the inn, via like a little like side door that was like actually like via a external opening.
It was a cellar
As in
door,
like some
yeah.
basements do. Yeah, cellar. And you guys had heard growls from it, but no, these sound different. These don't sound like those. The growls you heard sound like more wolf-like. These are something else.
Alright, we just continue to proceed cautiously then.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable.
So these get a little louder as you kind of get closer. And okay, I don't like D&D Beyond's new format. This. I'm about to put you guys in here for a second. Okay. Now let's go. Okay. So you guys now kind of get to the area you were at, this slight crossroads of sorts. And you will put
I'm
your
not
guys
on the map.
down around here. Or I will. Additionally, is anyone, Victoria, are you riding Issa, or is anyone riding Issa?
That's what I was gonna suggest.
Also, I cannot see on this map as well.
I haven't put you guys down yet, but you guys can put your guys down what I pinged.
Okay.
I'd
make
say. Well, think about it is, if I'm riding Issa, she
sorry.
doesn't keep her
I got it.
flying speed.
You delete your things. Okay, I'll just put it back down, sorry.
I will defer
And
to
who
DM
else?
on this. I see it. Something.
Oh, Amethyst.
I will say I'm probably riding Issa. But it does mean she doesn't get good flying speed, but that's okay.
So this is where we were before.
Yes, I didn't realize it quite at the time, but Abaddon said he believed this to be the Paladin area of Tia, and I didn't quite put two and two together when we were here last.
Yeah.
By the way, I can't see beyond the light. Does anyone see the noises? The things that might have been creating those noises we heard just a bit ago?
I see him alright.
Okay,
They
so
are
yeah, you
sweet.
guys kind of
You're
finally
always
see
jumping.
these or at least some of you do, these strange, like, quadrupedal means four, like, yeah, possibly quadrupedal, like, furry creatures. They seem like kind of like dog-like, kind of gorilla-like. Abaddon suddenly then moves fairly far along the river closer to them, which causes them to kind of gnarl at him. However, they are on the cliffs of sorts. You guys are mostly, but cliffs are around, I want to say around at least 15 feet above where the waters is, and you guys, which, you know.
By the way.
All we heard
Excuse
you say is by the way.
Oh,
you cut out.
That's
Well,
crazy.
She
like,
moved
I'm
her, by the way, I'm here now, I guess.
You're just still cutting out. It's like you're not quite close enough to your microphone.
Hi, Elder. I am flying above the cliff.
That was so much better. I heard you perfectly. That wasn't sarcasm. That sounded super sarcastic. Now that I think about it, I was being genuine. That was a lot better. I heard you perfectly. Abaddon, I can't see you anymore. Just so you're aware.
I'm here.
I know you just stepped out of my distance. I can't quite see you. We're going
Just
up,
take-
not... We're at our stop. We're not continuing down the river. Oh, there you are. You want to make your way back? Oh, I see. What is that?
Okay, you guys. Okay, as you continue kind of along this, these things actively start to move closer to your, like, start to rush at you.
Rush at us, or like our
Okay, first of all, Abaddon, what do you do? How did you get up there? You just do the climbing speed?
Yeah, I just climbed.
You have the climbing speed. I didn't. Did you? Did you get that from? Do barbarians don't get climbing speed, do they? I don't think they do.
You don't have a climbing speed. You need to roll an athletics check to scale the 15
I'm sorry.
foot cliff.
Yeah, you need to. So yeah, let's put you back here. So you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna second. But
Do I scale the wall?
I would say yes. You can try, but I will say that it would take. These things look to be rushing towards you.
Can I cast?
And this doing, I would say, like, you guys are about to roll initiative, so I let you start to climb, but that will use up your action of your first turn.
I do believe climbing is
however-
considered half movement if you succeed the check.
Oh, in a minute.
Yes,
Sorry,
I think it's still just movement. Climbing and swimming are traditionally half your total regular movement, just during a turn, so it wouldn't be an action.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll use like do it a little differently, just as an athletics thing for like certain stuff. But yeah, for this obviously it would be movement done that way.
So you need to pass the athletic checks to actually start climbing.
So you start climbing, and the skill. Well, okay, either way, yeah. You guys start to climb, but sorry, outside of combat, I would normally do it like via athletics, but you kind of either way. So Abaddon, are you saying that you are like, as these things are rushing, you start to climb, or like before there's even aggression, or how would you go about that?
I'd say before there's aggression. Basically when Nornless says that we're not going down the river anymore.
Okay.
I'd say yeah, he could climb
Your voice
up there
sounds
easy.
slightly different then. I'm sorry. Either way, you guys, I'll give you the option of either rolling initiative or assuming these are indeed actually friendly, and if they attack and initiative starts, you guys will have a whatever you call it round, a
Surprise round?
surprise round.
Didn't these things actually snarl at us and start running towards us?
Yes, they snarl at you, but maybe you guys decide, hey, no, this is just a cultural thing.
No.
We don't know, and just
No.
just assume normal circumstances.
Okay.
I will wait. I draw
I'm
my axe.
assuming hostility.
I draw my axe and I very politely say, "You got one chance to stand the fucking back down, or you're losing your head."
I will say, if you're mid climb, like, I would say you can't have a shield and like axe out. If you're mid climb, you would need an arm to be
I mean, like,
present.
not gonna lie, he can climb up there very quickly with half movement.
I don't have my shield up anymore.
Okay. So I have a question. Are they all moving, or did one just rush?
This one's moving towards, and these ones look like they're about to rush.
Okay.
And you hear the snarling along here, but you hear some mild more snarling coming back towards over here and here. But yeah, I will pull up initiative and I'll switch music in a second.
Where the hell are you?
Why are people don't do that? Normal is
I was like-
cringe.
What's happening?
Okay.
What happened?
I don't think anyone's okay. Let's see. All right.
I've got advantage on initiative.
I am higher than Abaddon in the initiative order because of a higher initiative mod. Just making sure you know. That's all. Don't worry, not backseat DMing.
I am though.
Yeah, I know. I just when I finish off the rolls, I've.
Oh yeah, Clover loves backseat DMing. Honestly, it helps though because we all keep forgetting the rules.
Oh, also, I decided something fun for Hazel's Soul Knife abilities. To anyone who's played Elden Ring, you know Margit, whatever. Like the,
Goodness.
Margit the Fellwoman.
The yellow blades that he summons. I think that's what her soul knives look like.
Margit fell omen. Margot beat the allegations.
No, Moog beat the allegations.
Oh yeah, he beat the allegations. He's not a mug lesterer. He was McLested.
Ew. Stop talking.
It's my favorite meme that's come out from the DLC.
Ian, would you say this is within 8 hours of when we took the last long rest?
Yes.
Within 8 hours of your last long rest, yes.
Cool. I still have Gift of Alacrity up then. I need.
Oh, you should also.
What? I should also what?
I
Fuck is an initiative?
You're cutting up.
side.
I'm not hearing you. Something about dark sight?
Okay, I'm gonna try this, and then we can go back to the current thing after that. I want to see how this goes. Oh wait, this.
Does it look like we have to engage with this?
They're fucking charging at us.
I'm saying you could assume that there's a possibility they're just rushing at you and they're gonna stop and like, hey, how's it going? Sorry, didn't mean to spook you.
And
But
they're
it
still
does-
getting at least one smack for being retarded.
Oh.
I don't. Hmm.
I swear to God,
I mean,
I'm gonna kill something.
Maybe in these creatures' culture, you're supposed to rush at your like group and then just stay like to know that you're
No,
like I don't know.
I meant does it like it? Are any of them ranged or anything to the point where we have to deal with this? Or are we able to just be able to move very quickly through the rest of this?
It looks to be so. If this is a cliffside, you guys are assuming trying to get into here. There are ones that are clearly rushing at you. I would put in the combat because of that. Or do you mean like? Do you think like it's? It appears to be that they're rushing towards Sardonyx and Abaddon, who are like on the cliff. Sardonyx flying, I assume, next to it or on it, or I don't know, and Abaddon kind of on the side, about to like. I would say he's either just barely on it or on the edge, about to get to the full cliffside.
Okay.
Like definitely that darker portion is like more up towards the like sliding up the cliff, and then like towards like the edge of this would be like it's still layered a little bit, but it's on the level you can stand.
Are we ready to go?
I believe we are. I mean, Hazel is first.
Okay, I will now put it in there. Okay, let's see how this goes. Let me sort. The descending, and yeah, Hazel, you go first.
I actually go first. For some reason it didn't update when I hit enter. There we go. Because my Gift of Alacrity, I rolled a 5 on my D8. This music is not playing at all. Did we just? Is it completely silent for anyone?
Not?
Yeah, completely silent.
I think it's.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna put the other track back on.
You don't hear it at all?
No,
I can hear it fully. I mean, I don't know why you couldn't.
Was not making any sound
and
whatsoever.
Okay. Okay.
Quickly, Vortex warp someone.
I got another music thing to also put for it, but yeah, I wanted.
That's
to
fine. Yeah, it's just that one was completely
Vortex
silent.
them into the sky and make them fall?
No, you can't.
No, it has to be into a. I thought about that. It'd be really broken if you could do that. It'd be fun, but broken. No, you have to put them onto a solid thing. So if someone threw a shield onto the like 90 feet in the air, I could teleport them on top of the shield. Technically, but that's as far as that one goes.
I actually don't think you can.
It'd be very roller cool, but yeah.
So, okay, no, it's just to confirm. Your character's mid climbing, correct?
No. I assumed I kind of like stepped onto the embankment. Like I'm basically at water level. I don't think I'm up the cliff quite yet.
Okay. Well, okay, I was trying to say that towards like the darker parts, and I think some of the more like edge parts on the side, those are like that would be full sheer cliff. Maybe some of the dark parts, like the lowest part, I guess, could be like embankment. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the water reaches a
the main
certain
idea-
level, you know. That
Albeit,
was my
I would
thought.
say like towards what would be the line side of a wall, like a good like the whatever the each square like right next to that would be like only maybe a foot deep, and then like as you get deeper, it would be 5 feet. But what I'm saying is you could also stand basically or longer as well. But yeah.
Okay, just for simplicity's sake, I'll use
my other thing is
movement
that
to
the space
climb.
room right now would also be like right along the cliff. Like you would be right there. You would,
Yeah.
you would be practically like if you started to climb, that would be the climb.
I'm
zone.
just gonna say
Right,
I
okay.
climbed then.
Yeah.
Use my full movement
Okay.
at half speed to climb up. And I'm going to shoot a warning firebolt at its feet as my action. So I'm going to roll to attack the ground in front of it. Wow, that's bad. 10 total.
Yeah, you managed to like
I'm not trying to attack
miss your
it.
location
I'm
a little
just like,
bit. I know you're not trying. Yeah, you missed your location and kind of push it over around here, so it looks kind of like you just hit the wall, and the thing doesn't like instill It feels more like you missed rather than you trying to aim near it and then spook it off. It just like it's like, oh, fire, but it doesn't necessarily seem to. It does seem to react to it, like kind of hunching its back a little, like sorry, this one in particular, hunching its back like up a little bit, so its arms are more a little lengthened rather than scrunched up slightly. But it doesn't seem to back off. Like, well, sorry, it doesn't seem like it's like overtly scared by the fire or anything.
Alright, well, that's my turn.
Okay.
A question to everyone: are we planning on slaughtering them or other preferences?
It's up to them, I suppose. I tried scaring it off just now.
Can we just be non-lethal for once, in theory?
No.
All right. You see that's why I
Yeah,
asked.
fine.
It's hard to be non-lethal with wizard, axe, what the bard uses, psychonic.
Am I
psychic
not in
chain.
initiative order?
Did you not roll?
Are you not?
No, you are not in initiative order for some reason. But you did roll.
What did you roll? I'll add you manually.
23.
I'm under Hazel, I think. What's your dex?
My initiative is +9.
No, you're dead.
It's actually what's
Oh,
you're dead.
it's your dex is what's important for
You have a dex
Really?
tiebreaker as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
the initiative would be the tiebreaker. Interesting. Okay, my dex is +4.
Oh, wait, we're tied in that regard. 19
What's
or
your
18?
stat? 19.
Oh, then.
Mine's a 19 too.
Okay, how about this? Victorian, you go before me.
Ooh.
Just go before me, it's fine. So yes, assumedly if Nornalus has died, I think it's your turn.
Yes, Nornalus is done. You could say that.
Nornalus, are you done?
Yeah, no, I said that's my turn.
Okay, that. Well, I wasn't highlighted yet, so I didn't think it was my turn. Coolio.
The DM hasn't transitioned it.
Yeah. Sorry.
What, the
Yeah,
DM needs to
that-
transition? I can
Yeah,
help with
no,
that.
it is. Sorry.
Real.
Wait, you did actually go before Hazel, right?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
giving Victorian just like...
How high up
Wait.
is this cliffside?
25 feet.
So
no,
around
it's 15 feet.
yeah. Around
15
15 feet.
Okay, so I have to do this, and then I can just kind of fly, so I don't need to use half
Yeah,
of
as I
it for
said, like,
climbing,
the
right?
grayish area.
Yes. You
Yeah,
can
you don't
fly,
have to. You
indeed.
can just fly up.
Okay, cool. So I can. Well, actually, I don't need to.
Yeah, you can just fly up from where you are.
Yeah, fly up where you are and just think of it that way.
Cool. Okay. Can we just say that I'm 30 feet in the air currently?
Yeah. You would be towards the I would say the ceiling is around 35, maybe
Never
45
mind. Like
feet up.
20 feet. Whatever. High enough to see the things.
Okay.
Like 20 feet, however much that needs to be.
Yeah.
And then. Oh my gosh! I leveled up. Oh my gosh, you're leveled up. You guys know what that means?
What does that mean?
um,
You have next level spells, right?
no, actually, no. I have something even fucking cooler.
Do it up, bestie.
Realize doesn't have anything.
Issa, how far is Issa? Oh, Issa isn't far enough to do anything fun. Or Issa's too far to do anything. Issa, will. I'll use my bonus action to have Issa dash. And she's gonna go all the way over here. Kind of claw at the wall for a little bit. And then you guys watch, as she stretches a little, and in the similar manner to you watching her spectrally appear, two wings almost appearing to be made of icicles emerge from her back, and she uses them to fly up to about right here. I also might lower her size back down to medium, if that's possible.
I don't
You
think that's
can.
possible, Chief.
I forget how. Did we
Is
determine
that take
it
an
was
action or a
an
bonus action?
I don't.
Is that like a?
I kind of want to do something weird about it, like have it be smaller as a bonus action, large as an action. But I think in the past we had it be an action. But I'll say to be for the time being, I'm fine with it being a bonus action to become smaller.
I did technically use my bonus action, so maybe I won't have her become smaller.
Oh.
I'll just have
I
her.
mean, or an action would also work. I mean, yeah, the initial what we used in the past was an action.
Can she
So,
sit
I guess-
here?
If
Can she,
they,
like,
if
be,
they
like-
can move all that. If they have enough movement.
She has 40 feet of. Wait, is it 40 or 50 feet?
You did dash.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the double would be. If it's
Oh.
40 or 50.
Oh, quick question.
If it's using a fly
Wait.
speed,
Yeah, 40 feet.
It can fly?
yeah, but it's
Yes,
equal to its
I'm
walking
level
speed.
7. I'm Ranger level 7 now.
Oh, it can fly? Okay, in that case, we gotta get a... Okay.
Yes, you have to get me taken.
Did you ever want to use that other ref I had, or do you want to stick with this one?
We can use the other one you gave me.
Okay.
You know. So I'm gonna have her
different.
fly over here then. If she is okay.
The main point is when they're large, I would say they do look a bit different and look a little spookier. But yeah.
Okay. And then I'll use my action to take 2 non-sharpshooter shots at this one. I'm so sick of sharpshooter getting in the way, so I'm just gonna take 2 sharpshooter.
And Issa does not attack?
Issa does not. The one time I don't take a sharpshooter shot, I'm gonna
One
kill
to be.
myself. I'm gonna kill myself. I swear, guys.
Don't kill yourself, just kill the enemy.
Can I have your loot when you die?
Okay,
Are you
that is
saying
a...
L-O-O-T or L-U-T-E? Badum-tsh.
That's a 31, and a 23 to hit this one.
Is that advantage or 2 attacks?
No, that's 2
2
attacks.
attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ian, do those
Okay.
hit?
I know the first one probably hits.
They do hit.
There you go.
And
That's the
what
first one. That's the
And
second.
it's towards this fellow?
So 10
25.
plus, so
25.
yeah, 25 points of piercing damage to that one.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay.
That would be me then, yes?
Yes.
Before I go, did Nornalis explain what Tierfling can do to everyone after he identified it?
I believe he did. Or at least to some extent.
What to you Smello understand what the weapon does. What are you directly asking about if your character understands?
What I'm currently trying to figure out is, once it is unsheathed, someone within a 50-foot radius is fated to die before it is unsheathed. Does that mean that there's a random person within 50 feet has a debuff that will die, or just something has to die before I can sheath
I
again?
did not discover anything.
The latter would be assumed. I should also specify. Okay, this is. I can give you a ballad if you want.
A ballad?
But
Can I get an
Yeah,
explanation
but-
and
That's-
valid?
But yeah,
I'm
okay.
sorry, that's
but
the best you can get.
The basic thing is your ladder. I would say that it's a little uncertain, but the general the more likely option is that it would be more that someone within 50 feet will die if it is unsheathed, as in they're fated to die.
If I draw this
Assumedly-
weapon, is there a chance that I kill someone in the party by drawing the weapon?
Yes. Probably.
Or is it just that
Yeah,
I have
I mean-
to kill something before I can put the thing away? Because I don't
It
want to
could be
lead to a
viewed that
party.
way.
I mean,
It's something if you draw it and there's like a creature within 50 feet and you kill it, then assumedly the you absolve that fate, and yes, so something did die.
I don't
Okay.
think Ian will be dumb enough to give our party a weapon that could result in the deaths of one of the members.
I
Like,
wouldn't
I
say-
think
I
it
wouldn't say
There-
he's.
there's
I
a-
wouldn't
there
say
is
he's
a way
dumb
it
enough.
can.
I would
It's
say
us.
we're dumb enough.
There's a couple ways
So-
it can, but the base idea though is that it's not going to just cause one of you to suddenly die
yes.
if-
Good.
if you assumedly have an enemy other than the party to kill.
Because we both know that
I did express.
I just
however,
wanna make sure that me
you had to
drawing
make
doesn't kill
will
someone.
saves on every time you try to unsheath it
Well,
and
Or attack
attack.
with it.
Yes, that's fine. Is it an action to unsheath it, or am I able to just unsheath it, make the check, and then
It's
keep
a,
going
it's
with
a
the turn?
save to
There
unsheath
is
it.
one last thing I want to specify, and it's that if someone, the idea is that someone will die
Shit. Sorry,
within the
knocked over my
context
fan.
of if you sheath it again, it would have been like, and actually I won't say anything regarding that. I'll just leave it up to.
I'll just, if someone dies, I'll
see.
fucking deal
I
with it.
don't want to
Hazel doesn't like you
clarify
guys
too
anyway.
deeply.
Anyway, I would like to attempt to unsheath the blade.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom save. You feel a otherworldly force, possibly godly or celestial, kind of in your mind. You almost see visions of it, warning you of the danger of doing so. Do a wisdom save.
Alright, I'm going to use my psionic energy, hopefully. Actually, no, I don't think I need it with a 19.
Yes.
Okay.
More specific.
So I have the Tearfling drawn now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
She, like, swings it to the side, like, behind her, and bolts forward using a bonus action and her climbing speed to get up to the one by Issa. I think, if I can actually do that.
That's quite far. That's 15 feet up.
15 feet up, and then
Yeah.
5 feet. I can't. I just barely can't because Issa's so big. Wait, Issa's medium now, right? I can be near her.
not yet. She's going to be medium next turn.
She's still big.
Okay. Am I able to share
You
the
can
space with her?
also just get on her back.
Okay.
I mean,
Can
that
I-
also that takes half movement to mount a creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think I can't reach this one. Even with
Can
the
you
bonus
not
action
throw your
dash.
knives?
I drew Tearfling.
Also,
yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say, do I want you to have people to throw Tearfling?
No.
No.
I
That'd be
did
a
No.
bad idea, but I'm
No.
almost
No.
tempted to give it like a throwing property.
No.
above table. I did look at. I specifically opened up the player's handbook. The short sword has the
Yeah, and you
finesse
can't-
and light tag. It does not have the thrown tag.
I know.
can throw
I
it.
know.
I will instead then just get up to this one, which I can easily do with
Climbing speed.
yeah.
Finish that one off.
Which also, that was the one that if for some reason that one got away, the others weren't in that 50 feet range, so it
So
would
this one-
be of
this one
your
has to
interest to
die.
kill that, to make sure that one dies.
Yep.
However, remember the stabbing it is a different, rule necessarily.
Yes. This
So
thing will
you
cause
don't
us to
have
die
to
no
be the one
matter
that
what.
kills it. Someone would have to kill it in order to, certify the rule so one of you else isn't doomed to die.
And then it's a +3 short sword. I mean,
Yes,
can I just
yes.
grab a +3 short sword
Yeah,
from
you can drag it. Yeah, in roleplay
Okay.
you can drag it. Also,
Cool.
I'm happy you said that. I don't know how many people know you can do that. I assume at least most of you, but I think there might be some who don't know or don't know what I mean
Roll
by that.
20 is scary.
It's so easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's there's a reason I never went to D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond's like the
I mean, I
pit.
use D&D Beyond for like rolling for things and whatnot, for like monsters and whatnot, but I don't make character sheets there. I've never
Mhm.
made a character sheet there.
Alright, I'm going to strike
well,
at this
maybe
thing
once.
with Tear Fling. Do I have advantage?
No,
for
you have a
anything?
wisdom save first and foremost.
I do have a wisdom save. I'm trying to see if I have advantage on the attack for flanking, but no, because Sardonic's a little bit too far away. So wisdom save to swing it.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm gonna
Yes,
use my.
you have to. Anytime you make an attack, you've got to do a wisdom save.
Shit. Shit, that's a 10.
Oh boy. You like
Honestly, I think this
almost
is preferable.
managed to hit it, but it like you managed to like it vibrates in your hand a little bit, and you just don't attack. You just like it's odd, but like you feel like you're going to, and then you just don't. The action doesn't happen.
She like raises her hand to strike, and then just gently sets it down, just like, oh, okay, sure, that's what we're doing.
What the hell are you doing with that sword, woman?
Evidently fucking nothing. And I don't know why. That's my bonus action, and does that count as my action?
Absolutely.
Because technically I didn't attack.
Absolutely.
But I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
attack.
it's a failed
I
attack.
know,
It's
no.
think of it like a miss, kind of, at least
Okay.
mechanically.
You
That's fine.
missed.
Yeah, you see, like, she goes to swing, and just her arm freezes up, and sets back down. And I suppose that will be the end of my turn. In retrospect, it's a good thing that Nornalis and Victorion went before me. It wasn't the start of the combat with a failure.
Okay. Then it's Dr. Frebo's turn. Okay.
Frebo's in the
So-
initiative order.
Yeah.
Hey, no, he's adjusting my
Okay.
face. He's
Okay.
Frebo
Okay.
dies.
So we're
I
going to
cast
yeah.
Dust Allergy.
They're going to move in front of Normalist right here, and that's where we'll end their turn. And they're going to. I don't think they'll do anything. Yeah. No, they're not gonna do anything. They're gonna stand in place and do the dodge action. Okay. Abaddon, your turn.
Well, I thought one of the green things was well, whatever.
Your turn.
Alright, well, Abaddon's got his axe raised and he's going to sprint forward and go into his rage and swing with all his might on that thing.
Okay.
With
Go for it.
With the axe of Gluttony.
Oh, by the way, I shifted it to from a 1d10 to a 1d8, assuming you're using a shield typically with it.
Alright, so do I have to change it now? To only
So right now you're doing it one-handed. Yeah. That hits.
So I'll change it to 1d10 then. Because I'm doing it two-handed.
If you're using two-handed, yeah.
I'm doing two-handed. Alright. That hits his head?
Okay. Yeah, it hits.
Alright. How's it looking?
Well, that's 13
Really bad. It's not looking good. It's still alive, but it's really not looking good.
Well, that's not enough for me. I swing again.
damage. 14 damage.
Yay.
Could have had the peaceful option.
Yeah, that kills it. You managed to like hack into its like hack at its jaw and then into its like chest a bit, basically slicing off like its chin, part of its jaw, and then like slicing in deep into its like chest, like cutting into its rib cage from like a diagonal angle.
Alright, how much? I should have still 3 feet of movement. 15 feet of movement, right?
It's not really anywhere you can actually walk safely.
Yeah.
But
True,
yeah,
right.
you'd have to like. So this thing's dead. You could move within Hazel's thing. You'd have to move within the dragon's base and then there. Unless you
Which
want
is
to.
way
Yeah,
more than 15.
because this is kind of on an edge. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. That's my turn.
Okay. This thing is just scrunching along the walls at high speed. Just kind of these things obviously are climbing speed or climbing along the sides of the walls. And now it then rushes for Issa. Ooh, roll again. Okay. Its first initial attack misses pretty bad and almost kind of bashes against like the wall a little bit, causing some pebbles to fall ground. Then it goes to claw Issa again and manages to kind of dig its claws a little bit into Issa's like scaly hide, just slightly, not too deeply, but it manages to deal like enough damage, 4 damage to Issa.
Cool.
Sardonyx, your turn.
So I am going to move here. Honestly, just does the 12 even hit?
12 does not hit. Roll a. Okay, you manage to you miss with the blade, and it becomes a little heavier. Not too heavy, but it becomes a little heavier, perhaps in disapproval of you missing.
Great.
Now, you feel like if it got a little heavier than that, then you would have issue, but it's not fun holding it right now.
Okay.
And that's your turn? Okay.
No, that is not of my turn, sir.
Okay. Oh, it's not?
No,
That's why I asked, and you... Okay. What do you do now?
so far. Let's try these.
That would have been your action. Okay, let's see. Choose up to 3 creatures in 30 feet of you. Okay.
Remember, one of them's dead.
I'm assuming it's those 3, and then, alright.
One of those dead, so it's only 2.
One of the numbers... Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, this one died. I'm sorry. Got it. Alright. So, is it just doing number 2, or are you choosing do you not see a third one you can see? I don't think you can. No, you can't. Okay.
No.
So zombies 2. I don't roll.
True.
Okay. This one fails and starts to rush up the wall here and then move a little bit on the ceiling and then slide over here and starts to rush away from you. Like you see it's just rush up the wall right next to Hazel, giving Hazel an opportunity attack, and then slides along the wall, slides down and just rushes in this direction away from you.
Come on, Hazel. Hit it.
You still have to do a
Hazel
a wisdom
is
save
muted.
with Tearfling.
Hazel is muted, by the way.
Oh, Hazel's muted?
Sorry,
I,
my mom was talking to me. What's up?
You got an opportunity attack.
Hey, your
Do
mom,
you
I
wanna
say
do it?
hi.
Do I need to make a wisdom saving throw to do an opportunity attack?
If you're using Tearfling, assumedly you could just have Tearfling in like make
See,
that your
okay,
side hand and just not attack and use your other means of attacking. So you have to do your sub class.
regrettably, rules as written, I cannot make a. This is a your choice here as the DM. Rules as written. I can't make an opportunity attack with my soul knife.
I
It's getting
see that
changed.
as a
It's getting changed
major-
anyway.
It's
is?
getting
Okay.
changed in the new in the new errata that comes out. You're
Yeah,
Yeah,
supposed to
I'll
be
let
able
you make
to.
opportunity attacks of it.
Jeremy
Okay, well-
Crawford, I think, said something on Twitter.
Is it okay if I try to use Tear Flame?
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do a wisdom save though.
Hang on, wait. 17.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
That
You
Okay.
have to be
hit.
like nearly completely out of those at this point, though.
I have one left.
Jesus.
I have. Thing is, I don't. It does not get used up if the roll fails. It only gets used up on a
Ooh.
success.
That's so
So
broken.
yeah,
is
it's
that?
great. The thing is, it's great.
What is that?
28 to hit.
Yikes.
I think that misses.
That hits it.
For 8
No,
piercing
it's-
damage.
Wait.
What am I hitting?
Creature.
Would I have had
This
sneak
thing, it,
attack
it
on
already
it?
it moved away. It slides up. It stood up the wall and then like ran around over here. But you would have
Okay.
hit it on its way.
Yeah, and I think that means that because there's an enemy of it in range, I can use sneak attack. So that's
Yep.
gonna be an additional 19 damage plus whatever Tearfling does.
Which was 8.
8
Oh,
piercing
boy.
damage from the sword itself, and then 19 from the
Yeah.
sneak attack, that's a like very very good sneak attack.
Okay.
I hit it.
All right. Sardonyx, is that your full turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay.
Did it survive after
going to- this is
taking
going to
27
attack-
damage?
It is still alive.
Damn.
We'll see how long it lasts. Let's see. This one's going to attack Issa. It misses. Oh, what's Issa's AC by the way? Is it 17?
Yes. Question mark.
Okay. Yeah. It seems to. Oh.
14 plus
so
5
wait, no, I missed.
proficiency
Oh,
bonus.
wait.
Yep.
So it misses its
17.
initial attack. Okay, wait. Okay, I looked at 2 rolls. I rolled the extra one by accident, so I'm gonna use the first 2 ones I rolled. Then it manages to slash Issa like along the back of her jaw, pretty harshly because it crit, 25, and deal 7 damage to Issa.
And she's down again.
Really?
Damn.
What?
Oh wait, are
Remember,
you
she
sure?
didn't get healed.
Did
she didn't get
did
healed.
you look at the level 8 stuff I sent in your Did you look at the stuff, the improvements she
blind?
got in your?
Oh my gosh, you're so right. She is not down. I
Also,
forgot to add that because
dumb
it's like
question.
a angle thing.
Does Issa get the ability to regain hit points on a short rest?
I would appreciate if I could use some of my hit dice.
You
on
know
her.
what? Unironically,
Literally-
yes.
Literally
If she-
every creature in
I'll-
the game does.
Okay, then yeah. So
Well,
she
oh.
should have been. You could have been able to
No.
heal her up at work potentially.
Cool. Okay.
Every creature
Wait,
can
it-
benefit
It
from
says
hit
the
dice.
Drake has a number of hit dice equal to my ranger level, but I didn't
Yeah.
know if that meant like I could actually use.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
Okay, cool.
You can
Even
use
if
hit
you
dice.
couldn't, it still allow you because of its unique circumstance. But yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. And what kind of damage was that?
It was slashing.
Cool, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait, yeah. This one's going to slide out and attack Norlis.
Damn, well, they can fit through that. Damn,
Okay,
that,
so
that's a bit of
Norlis,
fucking speed.
so I should specify, these are not. This actually isn't like because okay, so If it was an actual gated thing, I would like have the light be on it, but it's not. I've had it been. This is an open area you guys can walk through.
Yeah, it's like a balcony almost, probably like
Yeah,
a
think of
railing.
it. There might be there is indentations on it, but it's still an open balcony you guys can walk through. You guys can definitely, yeah. Otherwise, I would have done light effects on it. I wanted that little area open on purpose, so you guys can more easily get through that into this place. Yeah. Either way, it initially misses its first attack, kind of scrunching the ground a bit, but then it manages to do slide its claws against you again, or not again, but properly this time, slashing into your thigh, Norlis, for 7 damage. It
Are you going
kind of
to tell me
snarls
what
nastily as it does
Are
so.
you going to tell me what it rolled?
I got 23.
Okay.
Sorry,
I was gonna say, because normally I can shield, so I'm like, I might be able to block that, but I wouldn't be able to block that, so. It's just that you said 7 damage? Oh! Alright.
Moritar, your turn.
It's my turn. Yippee!
By the way, Moritar, you're standing on the water
Yes.
via some means or what?
Yes, my ring of
How
water
did you do? How are you
walking.
doing that? Okay.
My ring of water
you
walking.
boost water. Oh, ring of water walking. Okay.
I shall
I would say you'd
cast-
still probably be kind of not the most comfortable being in that position, but it
better than
wouldn't
being
cause you
in the water.
immense dread. Yeah.
Anyway, going to cast Spider Climb.
Good spell.
On yourself or someone else?
On myself.
Good spell. Powerful spell.
To go up here.
I mean, couldn't you have just climbed?
I'm not risking that.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have a climbing speed, so it's a bit slower.
And I wouldn't be able to get up in time. But yeah, that's actually no, that's not. I'll use my bonus action to use.
And also, as I said, the wall continues up, so he could slide up that wall higher up if he wanted to.
I will use my last use of my guardian armor defense.
And also, I did describe bits of, each time they kind of have missed and jab the wall, bits of rock do fall. So it's not the most stable. Yeah. Would you use your bonus action for Mortar?
My guardian armor defense.
Okay.
Team D Beyond being a bit cringe.
Okay.
But yeah, then that's my
Two.
turn.
Okay. Now it's Claire's turn. She kind of has had to put her sword's already been away, and she has a shield on her back off, but she doesn't use that often. But she has a crossbow out that she uses to fire at this one. She seems rather familiar, rather decent at using them, surprisingly so. Being able to really quickly just kind of slide the bolt in and fire it. As it to give the indication they may be, trained with this kind of thing. And they managed to make some gnarly hits on this thing. Managing to fire two bolts to it, both which land on its face, one kind of mashing into its left eye socket, which is enough for it to kind of stop and just kind of fall down the cliffside and, assumedly and die, essentially. No, yeah, assumedly die or definitely die due to the effects of tear thing. But it is assumed dead. Norlis, your turn.
Alrighty. I have disadvantage on range attacks when anything is within 5 feet of me, or when I'm attacking
Yeah, like an enemy, yeah.
Is it when I'm attacking enemy within 5 feet of me, or when I have an enemy within 5 feet of me?
I'm attacking.
Okay, so I could attack something from a distance and still attack at normal?
Yeah,
I don't
If you're
know.
attacking, but if you're using a ranged weapon and you're against something that's within 5 feet of you, you have disadvantage. Unless you have that crossbow feat and you're using a crossbow.
I'm going to cast Firebolt on this creature here. So I'm going to roll to attack. Does 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Cool. I'm going to roll 2d10 damage. Fire damage. I'm not used to grabbing these dice. This is my first time using Firebolt ever. That
You
is
used it
not...
earlier this session.
Well, I mean, like, I meant today. Not...
Oh, okay.
7 fire damage. I rolled really poorly. That's my turn. Ian?
Yeah, so I'm just but yeah, that is your turn. And you said how much fire damage?
7.
Okay. And you said it was to this one? That one. There we go. So I just had to tap briefly. Okay, let's see. And Victoria, now your turn.
Yippee! Bonus action. Issa's gonna go chomp. Hold on, let me find her attack. That's her attack. Okay, Issa. So that's it isn't considered an attack. So
Remember, because if you level up, it's got an extra d6 of cold damage.
oh, are both of those doubled or just the initial piercing damage?
Yes, it's no, it's both.
Okay.
You double all dice for the attack.
And then I'm just gonna roll. One of those is piercing damage, but it's 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 13, 14 points of, or 8 points of piercing, 6 points of cold. And then I'm gonna make one. I'm just gonna fly straight forward, just like we don't. Let me ping the screen again. Okay, I'm gonna fly straight forward like here. And then I'm gonna make 2 sharpshooter shots at this one. If I can do that.
On this one you said?
Yes.
Okay. And this one definitely was hit by the drink.
Perfect.
Let's see.
Oh, it was a nat 20, so I figured that was a hit. Maybe I was like, fingers crossed in theory. So first sharpshooter shot doesn't hit. The second sharpshooter shot also doesn't hit. And then that's the end of my turn.
Oh, okay. Please, your turn.
So what's left alive? There's one by Nornalis and one behind Issa?
Yes. Well, there's some more over here, this way. I don't know if you'd see those. We definitely would have heard them move, I would say.
Yep, I have no idea those are there, so I'm not going to act on them.
Yeah, the most I would say is you heard stuff in that direction, but you wouldn't know where we are.
Mm-hmm. I forget, do we do flanking in this? Like, if I were to stand here...
Yes.
I forget. Okay. Then I'm going to use my movement to slide behind this fool. And with Tearfling still drawn, I'm going to attempt to make a strike, fully aware that I need to roll a wisdom save. And I probably pass it. I assume 21 passes?
Yes. Cool.
And I'm going to attempt to, like, straight up shish kebab this fucking thing. Just, like, sword in the back, lifting it up with it. That's another 28 to hit.
Oh boy.
And because I have... Wait, actually, I have advantage because of flanking, but I had... Okay. 8 piercing damage from the sword, which is strange that I rolled the same numbers again.
Now, keep in mind you have to roll a wisdom save every time you attack something with it. It's not
That was-
just per grouping of attacks.
That was advantage, not a second
Oh,
attack.
I mean, dumb. I missed what you said. Sorry.
You're okay.
Okay.
I'm a rogue. I don't get extra attack.
Oh.
And I will add sneak attack to that. 25 damage?
Okay. That is enough to kill it. How do you want to go about it?
Straight up, I'm just like shish kebab, just like drive my sword like right up against the spine and just like almost lift it up with the sword, skewering it.
And I would say like Oh wait, for a second there was like I was like just up against the spine. I imagined you bisecting it. I'm like, no wait, you said skewering it. Ooh, but yeah, no, let this kill it. It would then kind of fall to the lay side and just kind of its body would crackle down the cliff a little bit, knocking rocks off as it falls.
And then I was here. Let me see. How much movement do I have? I have 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get here. I'm doing that so I don't take opportunity attacks as I move around it. And then I can move back 30 more feet if I bonus action dash to park myself next to Abaddon. And that is my turn,
Okay.
with a reaction on standby.
Okay, Frebo is going to slide along over here and try to stab it from behind, like using its sharp claws. Which miss. This thing's gonna climb up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's going to attack Nornalis. Unless you're invisible. I don't think you are.
I'm
Or
not
were you
invisible.
saying that?
No. Still visible.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and those it's okay. Your AC 17, correct? Okay. Firstly, it rushes and like slices at your lower shoulder a bit for 19. Do you
I cast
What-
shield.
Okay. Then it tries to slice at you again for 18, but because of shield that would miss. Assume it, yeah, shield counts for the entire
Yes.
until the next your
Yes.
turn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Abaddon, your turn.
Abaddon's gonna go into a frenzy rage and basically starting to foam at the mouth. He's just going, and then he sprints up to. Wait a sec. Basically sprints up to this fine fella and makes right about here, I think, and makes 2 attacks. $27.
Okay. And he swings again.
14 hit?
14 does not. Ooh, 14 hits, actually, yeah.
Sick. It's 28 damage.
Yes. Okay, 28 damage. Also, some of you noticed that when Abaddon makes their attacks with this thing, there's like this slightly blue haze that kind of emerges each time as he like basically slashes the axe against his opponents. It doesn't like stay for long, but you can definitely notice it when it's used to basically like rush at enemies, or more so, slash into people with an axe. But is that the end of your turn?
Is it still breathing?
It's still alive. Yeah, it looks to still be breathing.
That was so intimidating.
And I'm not done.
Oh boy. That's enough to kill it. That's Sebastian's. How do you want to go about it?
Basically, 3 swings come in at blinding speed, and he's just fucking. He's basically a rabid dog right now. And then after the thing is already splattered on the ground, he still hacks into it a couple of more times, just to really seal the deal. And then he kicks whatever's left to the side.
Okay.
Wait, can I make an intimidation check? Like, for one standing next to
Sometimes
Morgan?
I'm a little. It kind of varies. I would say you could do that as like an action, but sometimes I'm kind of cool. Just like if depending on how you went about doing it, I'd have you roll intimidation.
Well, I literally turned his friend into a smoothie just now, so...
Yeah. I feel like on one end, some of the things Hazel did probably would reason that, albeit these things don't know about the weapon that he's using, so there's less of that. However, in your case, if your motive in fighting it is not just to and so, it kind of varies case to case. I'm not gonna just have you do it anytime you kill an enemy, but in this case, yeah, I'd let you roll initiative. Not initiative, sorry, intimidation. Just in regards to how intimidating your butchering of its the fellow person was. Less of you doing like a reaction or something. That would be an action. Like less of you like being all strong or having your face look scary. So yeah, I would say like they are a bit spooked because of the way you butchered the one that was here. It's hard to say that they're gonna fully back off with that, but you definitely made a reaction. Also, I do want to specify, this one looks a little different. It's slightly larger and has like a different. Its face is shaped a little differently. I'm gonna ready a token for it real quick. To give, well, I won't necessarily have to, but I'm going to say this one does look a little different than the rest. I want to specify it. And that is your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, good. Sardonyx.
Ooh, okay. So I am going to fly over here and make an attack using the cleaver again.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh.
This is 1d10 slashing,
hits.
correct?
In the past it was. I would say in this moment it would be, since it kind of is a little heavier, since it's a little mad about your circumstance, and it's not the best move. I would say it's a 1d8 right now.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a 1d.
I recognize having a weapon that constantly changes dies is a little funky, but that's the circumstance of this.
Hey, Sardonyx.
Mm-hmm.
You're attuned to that weapon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that gives you a legendary action each turn.
I still don't know what it is, but this might be a moment to find out.
A legendary action is like a creature's legendary action where you can make an action at any point.
So I did that. I would say that you can try to make one right now, but you're not. You just actually, yeah, you just made a nasty hit. How much did you roll? Did you roll the die for that?
Yes, you said 1d8.
Oh, you got 2. Oh boy. It's 1d8 plus stuff. It's not. It's a 1d8 plus your. Oh yeah.
Plus
sure,
your
that's
plus
great.
your modifier.
And it's I would say that you can try and roll, do a d20. However, your chances, you feel like you have this special ability to kind of do something different. However, you don't feel too strongly about it in the moment. You can try though, but it could have negative repercussions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You feel like your blade is going to let you have an opportunity to do something special. When you'd like to use your legendary, I would say you can, in this case, and I'm not saying this is always how it's going to be, because it can vary, I have some different plans for it, but as a legendary action, once during this combat, you can make an attack with the weapon outside of your turn. Like how legendary actions work. If there's an enemy within 5 feet of you.
Okay, I think.
Also, with that 20, I'll say that next time you make an attack, it will be a 1d10. Plus 2.
Having this weapon constantly changes.
It feels a lot lighter in your hands now. It was a little, it felt, you had, what basically happened is you made your attack, and you kind of, you felt this feeling within you, and you kind of grasp at that feeling very properly. It's hard to explain, but you kind of feel like, however you went about approaching this thing in your mind, you went about it in a very determined manner. Okay. Is that your turn? And just let me know when you would want to use that legendary action. It's not a reaction, but you can just do it whenever, but let me know when you want to. Yeah.
I can do. Oh?
You could use it right after your turn if you want.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'll just end my turn and use it, I guess. If this weapon gets mad at me.
I will say, if you are in a way better circumstance in the future, it will be something more than this.
Actually,
And we can discuss specifics.
okay.
And in some cases, there may be boom point opportunities for even wilder stuff, but we can discuss that a little later. Or slight further use of it. We can discuss it.
I will.
Did you make your attack?
Oh, wait. Okay.
That hits. Why is it +9? Oh yeah, because of the charisma thing. Maybe we can keep that for now. I need to figure out a better way to go about this, but yeah. Actually, yeah, you would probably have a charisma in this case. I should probably formalize a little system to make this a little easier to go
You
about,
should.
but yeah, but that hits.
I do 9 slashing that.
Yeah, 9 slashing.
Are you adding your modifier, like strength or dexterity or whatever?
Charisma.
Yeah, they don't have any strength.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the idea is that the weapon is accepting of their circumstance and is. I won't go into more of it. I'll let them kind of figure things out from there. But I'll give more hints in the future. But yeah. But I will say that it did feel. Actually, I guess you wouldn't have known. It seemed particularly light in Hazel's hands, is what I'll say. But yeah, Sardonyx, that is the end of your turn, or no? Oh wait, no, you already did your turn. Yeah, sorry. Oops. We forget. Okay, this one's going to try to attack Moritar. Let's see. And this one looks a little different. And it's going to actually... it's going to cast Mirror Image. Suddenly, you see like several, versions of itself kind of in its same space, just kind of like suddenly there and moving slightly, so you can't really tell which one's which. And that's its turn. this will then move over here and try to attack Frebo. Those hit. And Fribos take some nasty hits, which causes some dust to slide around the place a bit. But they're not dead or anything yet. They're definitely taking some nasty hits, though. They don't look good. They're losing some of their mass. A good bit of it. And they're kind of making some muttered like cries as it occurs. They're not happy about the circumstance. Mortar, your turn.
I don't believe Mortar's currently here. I think they said BRB.
Okay, then we'll just go to Claire real quick and we'll get back to Mortar. Whom Claire will fire some crossbow shots at that while standing in the kind of the side of water. Firing at this one. Managing to hit with both of them, doing some decent shots, decent damage. Which is just enough to kill this one, doing quite a decent amount of damage, and causing it to kind of, this one's, yeah, this is like, its body would start to, fall and slightly slide right next to, like, Sardonyx before kind of tumbling below her, onto the, down into the waters, causing more rocks to fall.
I am back.
Okay, I just skipped your turn, but you can now go. The one right next to you was just killed by Claire.
Oh. Guessing the one that's adjacent to me is still alive then. That one there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. I shall punch that one.
How much
Also,
longer do we think we're
just-
going, by the way?
I wanted to have a little more for combat, but we can. Oh, it's already 9. Oh my god. This
Yeah.
session was way longer than I thought it was going. Okay.
Yeah,
But we can
takes
end
a
in the
long
next
time.
like 10 minutes. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
We didn't get to what I wanted to do, but it's still good. B. Okay. Making some
27.
different just for the sake of things. But it does have some unique circumstances. But this one has an effect on it. That makes it apparent. It seemed to have cast a spell that caused several versions of it to appear in place.
What the
Alright.
fuck is that?
Mirror image. Doesn't really affect what I've
And
done.
yes, this seems to.
Unless it rolls like a
So
certain
you
thing.
go to attack. This rolls a what?
You
Yeah,
know
this
how-
one seems to. So you roll a. Yeah, this one seems to. Higher. Yeah, this one. You hit one of the duplicates, and it just kind of with duplicate versions of itself, and it kind of fades into existence.
Alright, then
I
I
mean- yeah.
attack it again.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, then that's my turn. If I actually hit it this time.
Okay. That would do. That one manages to hit that time.
Yeah, it takes a whole whopping 6 thunder damage and has disadvantage in hitting other people.
Jeez.
Okay.
Well, that's my turn.
Nora, it's your turn.
No,
If people need to go, I can go. I'm sorry about this going a little later than not intended.
We're still,
Yes.
we're still on par for
Would it be
time.
possible for me to very quickly do my boom points and head out? I have to
Yeah, go for it.
do a couple chores.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're good.
Can we give boom points for out of session RP? Is that allowed?
I'm okay with it if it's this week's, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Perfect. Nordalis, you cooked on the out of session RP. Oh my gosh. Oh
Thank you
my
so
gosh, you
much.
cooked so much. I was not normal about reading through the chat, and it's just, oh my gosh.
Thank you. I really
I
appreciate
can't.
that.
I don't know how to describe it in words. Besides, it's just so brain, not normal.
I think I breathe a lot of life into my writing, is how I would describe it.
Exactly.
Thank you so
Just-
much.
Polar
I can
opposite.
hear Nordalis talking when you type.
Thank you so much. That makes
Okay.
me very happy.
All right. Bye, y'all. See you next week.
Have a
See
good
ya.
one.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm the polar
Nordalis,
opposite.
it is
I
your
can't
turn.
write for shit.
It's a talent I have. It's not everyone's. The same way I can't really sing well or draw at all. I'm really bad at drawing. You watch Nordalis reach in front of himself and ring an imaginary bell, Iskao, and casts Toll the Dead on the last remaining creature. Or is there one or two? I can't tell from my angle. It's a little actually awkward.
There's 2 remaining creatures.
Okay, which was the one that Moritar just hit?
This one.
I would
I
cast,
made a special token for
Okay,
it.
yeah.
It looks a little different.
I would cast Toll the Dead on that one, and
Special one.
it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That wouldn't. It has a mirror image on it, or something similar to that. But I don't think that would affect the mirror image.
I don't feel like it
No,
would now.
it's not a 2
Yeah, I
hit.
don't
It's
think
a
stuff
saving
like that.
throw.
Yeah, it's
so-
not attack. Yeah. So you said wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw, yes.
Okay. Okay. I got 16.
It just fucking passed. God damn it. Nothing happens! And that's my turn.
Victorian's gonna fly a little, and is going to do some shots. See if I can quickly do the D&D Beyond thing.
They're gonna do some shots. What's their liquor of choice?
Rum.
Rum. Yeah, that tracks.
So I'm just getting to the character sheet here. D&D Beyond, meh. Okay, and then we'll make some attacks. Yay! Okay, with sharpshooter. Okay. They first they do 2 attacks. One of it hits the first time, but this one ends up destroying its copies. And then the next one actually manages to hit, so it only has 1 copy left. But this one it does significant damage to this thing, causing it to kind of freak out a little bit, making like a loud like howl of sorts, which sounds slightly different than some of the howls or grunts of these other creatures, of the rest of them more so. Okay. Then I'll say, she can move easy. Well, Lisa's fine. Hazel, your turn. This thing's looking rather bad. This one's not as much. This one hasn't been attacked yet.
Is this the modified token for the one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only one I can see right now. So, how much movement does it take to get through 3 people?
Yes.
I
You can
think
move,
as much as it normally
you can
would.
move through your allies as normal. You just cannot stop in their same square.
Okay, so then I will take the 25 movement that someone so very kindly put there. Stepping past Abaddon, past Nordalis, like sidestepping away from Sardonyx with the sword Tearfling still in my hands. And I am going to attempt to jab it into whatever the fuck this thing is. 16? Does that pass on the wisdom save?
16 would pass, yes.
Is the DC 15?
I shifted the DC a little bit here and there for various reasons, but I would say, yeah, it's generally 15. It's been 15 this
Okay.
session.
Just that way I can speed things along.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to strike. That's a 22. I assume that hits.
Right, that hits. Yeah.
Yep. And
But
then
does it hit one of the?
I have rolled
That-
min damage 3 times in a row.
That actually is enough to kill it.
Well, let's extra kill it then.
Yeah.
This time it's the exact opposite, where
Really?
it's just sword jammed from above, just like cha.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to attempt to throw a soul knife at this one by Frebo.
Yeah, go for it.
That's definitely not gonna hit.
Okay. This is...
And then I think I have 5 more feet of movement. I'm just gonna scooch out of the way so that way more people can get through.
Okay. Okay, so wait a second. Yeah, okay. So you watch Frevo like cast its hands out in front of it, and then it spews like an array of dust in the face, dust and sand and shit. Oh, okay, just okay. There's no excrement, but just dust and sand and mostly that, maybe some silt, towards the face of the creature, and just like in this kind of comical array, causing the creature to like become temporarily blind as it kind of runs its hands across its face, unable to see.
Oh my god. Frebo cast Pocket Sand.
Yeah. Abaddon, your turn.
Well, Abaddon in all his calm glory is gonna sprint up to here and then to over yonder. I think I can do that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't see no stopping you.
Pocket sand.
Pocket Sand!
There's actually a spell that does that is just pocket sand.
Isn't it like
Wait.
color spray?
Spray of
Wait.
cards, actually.
Spray
Wait.
of cards.
Wait. For real now?
Yeah, it's a level 2 spell called Spray of Cards, where you just literally spray cards in someone's face and they go
You're
like...
telling me I could have done a fucking Dale build this entire time?
Dale build. Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
Spray of
you
Cards.
can respec into the Dale build. Don't worry.
Yeah, free furious attacks.
I want to rock the boom hour build.
Dang it
Whatever
on,
the fuck
boom,
that
I
means.
got on, dang it on, blue man, you know, to keep on shining.
Yeah, brother. I'll tell you that.
So 13, 16, 27, which of those hit?
Propane,
The all of them do.
I'm about to bring the propane. Oh wait, no, ignore
Even a
that last
13
one.
hits? Damn.
My bad, not 4 hits.
Rolled again by accident.
Oh dear god, that's 20, 11, 30. That's a lot of damage.
Oh,
31.
that seems to be...
Yeah, that is, let's see,
Not...
20.
44.
Oh my god.
That is enough to kill it. How do you want to go about
Christ.
Yeah, I basically just chop into it once and then just proceed to kick it down until it stops moving.
it? Okay.
Ryan, is that the last of them?
I believe so. I didn't exactly see. I didn't even know there was ones back here until I dispatched the last one.
Frebo gave me a sign. Pay attention to that stuff. Fuck, that felt good.
The fucking Kidney Shop remix goes on.
That felt way too good.
Yes, it's
You
been
okay
a
there,
minute
dude?
since you really let loose.
It's been a hot minute. Not being able to pick up that fucking sword really pissed me off.
Yes,
Sorry I
yes.
swing it around with such ease.
Oh, bullshit you do. What was that? The first time you swung it? You stopped midair.
The bravado
didn't-
is noted, but I can see the veins popping in your forehead every time you swing
Are you talking to me or Abaddon?
it. To you.
Both.
To you. Like, as you make wisdom saves to swing it every time, you're fucking, like, palpitating forehead.
It's not that. I think you see, like, her, like, cheeks quiver. Like, I think, like, her whiskers, like, just, like, dislike it.
Are you saying
I was gonna say go cross-eyed a bit.
Are you saying Hazel Muse?
Oh shit!
Can someone... Ian, can I expend however many boon points I have to kill Titus in real life?
That's how to be a lot of boom points.
So the answer is eventually.
Eventually, not quite yet. Right.
No, but the sword is a bit finicky.
Yes, I did
Whether or not I want to
say
use it
that.
at a time.
Did say we shouldn't use it at all.
Otherwise, I'm biggie, but this one maybe it's just heavy.
It's definitely not specifically heavy. It's fucky, whether it wants to be used at a certain time or not.
Well, look, it wants to be used to kill. I take it, seeing as everything that was said about it, it says, "Please use me to murder."
Yeah.
You have reservations about killing.
Not in the slightest.
Normalist will approach the cliffside and extend a hand out to Claire to assist them up.
Claire seems fairly like she smiles a bit, like kind of happy that you're going about it this way, because she didn't expect, you know, some help up or so. Nothing too deep.
We
But,
have rope
yeah, you have
for
a-
a reason.
You don't need rope for
But,
a 15-foot cliff.
You can
Oh,
climb
yeah.
up
Yeah.
it.
I'll fucking push you down and make you see.
You need
but
rope
yeah,
for a 15-foot cliff.
She manages to get up, and all of you manage to kind of get in that area.
Right.
I'll give you guys a choice. We can either in right now, or I can give you another 15, maybe 30 minutes. It's up to you. I will say there's not going to be another combat this session, most likely. I really doubt there is.
I'd like
I mean, is
another
there anything else we
30.
need to do this session?
There would be something of interest if you want to.
Yeah, I'd like
It might go a little lengthy. I'll give you a choice.
I would be hella down for another half
I'd like
an
to
hour.
go. I'd like to continue.
I'm all good. I got nothing else to do tonight.
Are you okay if I take like a 3-minute break?
No,
It's all good. I want to take a
absolutely
small
not.
break from
No,
about
I
2
can't believe you
hours.
even asked, Ian. So, no, yes, you're fine. Sorry.
Go take a break.
Yeah, you're good. Go get a drink of water, what have you.
Go take a break.
I need to
I
test.
gotta grab some food.
Way I see it with anything where you're talking for such an extended period of time, taking a break every like 2 hours is kind of the best bet.
I will say if I say something like, oh yeah, I want to extend this amount of time, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I also want a break, that kind of pushes the amount of time, so I just want to like keep that in mind. I do want to add, just to confirm that.
Perfectly good,
You're
dude.
fine.
That gives everyone the same expectations.
You're good.
You
Go
are
take the
all
break.
good.
That reminds me of when that reminds me of like the other Friday when I did D&D in person, and I basically didn't have a chance to stop talking for like 6 hours straight.
Because Jade is not here to say it, I'll say it for them. Ian, go piss, girl.
I'm just gonna get some food. I'm not gonna. Okay.
Why not both?
¿Por qué no los dos?
It's a shame my other fucking D&D I did in person ended really quickly when I was the player.
What do you mean?
DM the DM
Wasn't that
literally
a,
ran.
a Cyberpunk game though?
No.
Oh, was the Cyberpunk game a different one?
Yeah. No. My friends was like, oh, we'll do D&D on a Friday in person, and then the DM ran out of ideas after like 4 sessions.
Jesus.
Oh, that's sad.
Wow. We even ran out of
Well,
ideas. Like, oh my
to be
goodness.
To be fair though, no.
Like,
It's kind of
Running
it's hard
a
to do a
game
homebrew
based off
campaign.
of either,
Making a full homebrew
Yeah.
game is hard.
or if it's like they're running it from like a. Oh wait, you guys can hear me well.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
no. He was just
I
like,
might have
oh
been
yeah, I
cutting
don't.
out
He
the
was
garage.
like, yeah, I don't want to do a module. I'll do a homebrew thing. Then runs out of ideas.
To be fair, that did happen when I tried running a game.
So instead,
you know,
I'm now running the game.
I didn't run out of ideas. I got anxious about my performance.
They had trouble getting it up in D&D.
Basically.
Only reason I missed that game is because playing a funny blood hunter who uses a lance rolls like 5 dice per attack. which was throwing D4s at an enemy until they died, basically.
I mean,
Oh,
you
by the way,
joke,
what's-
but I roll fucking 4d6 every turn, ideally, so...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Yep, go for it.
To keep in your mind, at one point I thought about the idea of having it be that, like, if certain NPCs die, the, like, line of blood hunters falls and you can't play blood hunters anymore.
Oh my god.
Or that could be an idea with certain subclasses of other things.
I do have a question out of character though.
Yeah.
Purely because I don't think Ian's thought of it. What happens if the hand of the hand of the thing touches the sword?
I
Probably
specifically
nothing.
took the sword away so you could not figure that out.
That's what I mean. I'm like curious. Like I feel like Ian hasn't thought of that because I'd assume that would be put in the description of either of the items.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I literally saw you doing that. I'm just like, okay, I need to take this thing away from Morsar.
I mean, the funny part is I can now do the funny little canine apocalypse. Dead.
You use this word funny.
Yeah.
That seems
yeah,
not funny.
no.
That seems scary.
It's very
quite
funny.
Very funny.
I'm a cat.
It's
Yeah.
funny until
I-
you guys kill an entire village apparently before I was here.
Don't worry. I can choose who. I can make it so the canines don't target certain people.
So you
Then
could
why
do-
didn't
Used
you?
to not be able to do that's a recent
Oh.
thing, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a recent thing, and I'm like, I'm just not going to tax pay.
Oh,
People
Ian,
get-
I don't know if you thought about it or fucking did it yet or not. You said at level 8, all the ancient weapons,
Not
changed.
all of them.
Okay.
A lot of them. Not all
Okay.
of them. A good chunk of them didn't.
Okay, so my question.
And there's reasons why I
and-
go about it this way.
Gotcha. My question was, did the mask change at all?
No, but mask did not change.
Okay.
I specified. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
All the
no,
ones that
that's
changed,
fine.
I've already told the people that had them.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Sounds good to me. Was just curious.
I'm not gonna list all the ones that changed. You guys know, as in some of them are secret, some of them.
Yeah, no,
a couple of them are
that's
basically
fine.
secret, so
I was
won't-
just
won't
curious
give
if the
up
mask changed at all. Because that's in my possession, and I was curious if it shifted whatsoever.
I'll be open. The ones that didn't change are the mask, Tearfling, and the cleaver of red. Those did not change.
Okay.
Is everyone back?
I'm here. Okay.
I thought
I
you
never
were still
left.
getting food. You got food quick, damn.
Well, I mean, I was just getting. I'm handling ate dinner with leftovers, and I had some leftovers still out.
Right, so
I
we're
went-
where we need to be. I suppose now is the time to go up. Ian, question for you.
Yes.
Are we more than 1,000 feet beneath ground? I'm leaning towards no, because that's a lot, but I wanted to ask.
I don't think so. You guys are no. You guys are. I don't think so. I would say. God, I'm shift. I'm
I'd probably say
uncertain
like
of this one.
400
The only reason
max.
I'm uncertain is I've always, for this particular area, I have always been iffy on if I want it to be a short staircase or a really long staircase.
No, I just
If
mean
a
like this
really long
underground
staircase
cavern
would
entirely.
justify certain other things, but I think, yeah, you're probably not right along here. Yeah, you guys are not 1,000 feet underground. I
Okay.
kind of had the idea that the area you had been, or more so that catacomb was particularly deep, but yeah, this area is not that deep.
It's not that deep, bro.
Not gonna lie, if there's water down here, it can't really be uber deep.
What do you
What?
mean? Water?
What?
What? Huh?
Water
No,
changes
I mean,
anywhere,
like-
boss.
No, if there's free flowing water, like.
Oh,
just a
I guess
stream.
that's fair. No, I think that's fair. It would well.
The
If
Underdark
we,
exists. There's rivers in the Underdark.
that mean well, no. What I think he's saying is, it would be a lake, not flowing water, if we were at the lowest point.
Yeah,
Because water would
Oh.
accumulate, not flow.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's saying. He's implying
yeah.
we are high
I-
enough to where there is notable stuff beneath.
Yeah, the whole idea was that. I mean, well, I don't know if there's too much directly beneath.
No,
it, in
but
terms of
tunnels,
farther
caverns,
below.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nornless will pull out a forked twig and do a small incantation, Istano il Kaka, and cast Locate Object. Looking for the specific book that he is looking for. Ian, you know what that means. You know exactly what I'm looking for.
What's the range of it?
1,000 feet.
With intellect.
Okay. It is currently with. Okay, question. With this spell,
I
does
posted the
it give
description
you an
so
instant, or would it give you within
It
like?
gives me a direction. If it was in with 1,000 feet of me, it gives me a direction, and it lets me know if it's currently in motion, and I know the direction of motion if it is in motion.
Okay. You would know. So just not just a cardinal direction, but like a asymmetric direction. So you would
Like
say
a
it would
3D
be,
direction.
Okay, it would be so. Okay, to give you your answer, it is within 1,000 feet of you
Okay.
currently.
Are we just
It
directly
is-
under the thing?
Yes.
Sorry.
It is
yes.
above you, to the north.
Okay. Is it moving?
Yes.
I don't know if I can ask how fast.
I can't. I'm not gonna tell you how fast, but it is moving.
I
Okay.
would reckon Nornless is smart enough to like, because it does tell him it's a 10-minute duration. So
Yeah. So.
assuming you can literally like wait a couple seconds and be like, oh, they're moving
He can
X.
feel
so-
for it.
So
Yeah.
as Nornless gets this information in the first second of casting the spell. Right. What I'm looking for is here. It seems to be moving. We should too. I need that book. Let's move on. Yes, please, please. And you see he's actually kind of really, really frantic. Like in a form of panic that only one person has seen him in this form of panic before. And that person is currently not here, which sucks. But
Lead the way.
It was Victorian has seen him in this state once before. Yes, please. Abaddon, I'm still squishy. Would you please accompany me in the front? And just kind of like actually half dragging Abaddon alongside of him as he leads the charge. So
Wait,
for
calm
like
down.
the perceptive future, Nornless is leading this charge and dragging Abaddon right alongside of him. So wherever I am,
so-
Abaddon is right alongside.
You guys, as you approach, you guys smell a bit of blood. You also, I think you might have, some of you might have an angle to see stairs over here. However, in this area, you see what looks to be a old kind of library and such. It's not, things are a little bit dusty, but it definitely, that's probably because of circumstance. You see all sorts of corpses. You see the gargoyle, which Abaddon and Mortar would have had quite a few experiences with, is in pieces. You see an owl that is, its head was cut off. You see several of the creatures you fought. You see several piles of sand with partial, like, barely present, like, bodies of the same thing that Frevo is, so dust defeats. And then you see, in the back, a bloody, possibly alive, possibly dead, armored bear knight. Blood is present mostly along their legs, as they are missing their knees from the leg down, and on their left eye, along coming from where the eye would be, on their helmet.
Are they facing towards us, or are they facing towards the trapdoor that they are right next to?
They're seated on a chair of sorts.
Oh, that's a chair,
And
not a
they are
trapdoor.
faced
Okay.
out- yeah,
Oops.
yeah,
Oops.
they're
Totally
chair.
thought that was a trapdoor. Is that a doorway at the end?
That's
That seems like a skull
Uh,
throne.
Is it?
None
It's
of that's just a
skull,
larger
okay, it's a
kind of.
throne.
I would say it's not an actual skull throne. I would just say it's would be just another throne.
Okay, so basically
also, some
we
of you
are
would have
in.
seen a stairway as you kind of.
You're very
Yeah,
distant.
you got real far away. Didn't hear the last bit
Me?
of that.
Or-
Yes, you. Yes, you.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
I shifted my headset. Sorry. Okay. You know.
So basically, this is not a way forward.
No, but some of you would have seen a stairway case if you kind of were at that right angle over here. There's another way to go over here, and I think some of you would have. I think at least one or two of you would have like noticed if I could have grabbed a stairway
Okay,
over there. Yeah.
Nornless was in a rush, so he kind of was like, "Oh, we have to turn back. I think I saw a stairwell just past." He does not care about this bear guy at all. So if anyone else wants to do anything, that's fine. Nornless is not.
Okay.
Detect
The Bear
magic.
Knight does not appear to have their axe on hand. That axe being clearly, when it was used last time some of you saw it, it was definitely an ancient weapon. A particularly interesting one, at least historically interesting one, because it went around to different people.
Is this
Bear.
the one we
But
fought where
you would-
I sent them away
Yep.
to save them from Moritar?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Well, it looks
Does
like
Abaddon
someone
know
powerful here is here, so everyone keep your heads in what's about you. The Bear Knight looks to be dead. Wasn't us, I feel bad. Oh well, let's move.
I cast detect magic.
Yes, it appears, it seems to be that this, none of the books around here, first of all, what's the range of detect magic? 30 feet? Okay. None of these books are magical.
I'm
As in,
staring
none
at
of the books
the.
currently here are magical. There may have been some in the past. The Bear Knight, the armor the Bear Knight is wearing is magical. That's the only magic thing they have.
I'm still just chilling and close, so the armor doesn't matter to me.
I'll
Okay,
I'll
and
get next to him then and. check
Norlis,
his
did you say
alive.
Norlis was going to head up the stairs?
Nornless is moving.
Or are we going to wait on them?
No, Nornless. He's on a time limit currently. He can cast a spell again to detect the item again, but it's a 10-minute concentration. He's using the most of it. He is pulling Abaddon by the tailcoat as kindly as he can, like, let's move, please, yes.
Alright, fuck.
I'm making sure to tuck Tearfling back under my cloak.
So if
I will move next to you and check the man.
Okay.
is he
I don't know how
as
long
you're
it's going to
close,
take to take
You
that
do
off.
hear.
I have
All
to
the
take it
armor?
off, just checking if he's alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm so used to you looting.
The Bear Knight, or you do hear, what sounds like breathing. It could just be like some slight wind, but you think what you can hear is breathing. You can do like a medicine check to confirm that and to confirm a heartbeat, albeit they are wearing heavy armor, like quite heavy armor. The armor is bulky,
16.
and they're wearing like more stuff over that. Yeah. You believe, so it's hard to get you can there's a heartbeat present and they're breathing.
Abaddon, carry this man. I'm going to tie him up. We're going to bring him with us.
Alright, come here, you fat fuck.
I'll use my copious amount of rope to tie him up.
Okay, Abaddon,
Are you
how much can
healing
you
him?
carry?
Are you
Not
healing?
healing.
They are bleeding from their legs. It looks to be that you're not.
They're gonna bleed out
Their
if you don't
legs
heal them.
are missing, I should say. You don't actually see. You see like there is bits of armor that would be present on where their legs would be,
Yeah.
but you don't actually see their leg parts.
If you're
Wait,
making
Moritar.
Abaddon carry him and not healing him, you're essentially having Abaddon carry a corpse because they're going to bleed out.
Moritar will tie him up and be able to just pour down a potion of healing down the guy's throat.
Okay.
Actually, I would say, well, let me actually restate this. I would say that it looks to be that, like, it's hard. In addition to what I stated, it looks to be that, like, some of the creatures you guys fought were previously eating at this guy's legs.
Jesus.
Yeah, I pour a potion of healing down his gullet while tying him up.
Albeit the damage done is something you're unclear if these things could have done. Like, as in, this doesn't look like it looks like his legs were cleanly sliced or something. With the armor kind of dangling a bit, it's damaged because of that. which is since it's magical armor, that's kind of a big deal to have that much of a damage. And then these things then later went on to bite into this thing.
But yes, doing that, tying him up, getting Abaddon to carry him, and then quickly
And
falling
are
out
you
the
trying to do
normal.
a tourniquet on his legs or anything, or what?
I just
That'd be
give him a
difficult
potion of
to do
healing.
armor. That's not going to help too much
It
if
should,
you don't
shouldn't
stop the bleeding.
No, it's just,
I mean-
it's just heal wounds. It's just heal
Yeah.
wounds. I think that's the basic of what it should do. It should seal any currently bleeding wounds.
Mm-hmm. A health
I guess
potion, you have to remember, is a
I've been
magic
thinking
item.
about this today. Yeah, I guess there is that. I'm always uncertain how I want to phrase it because I want mortal wounds to be something you can't just solve with just a health potion.
I mean, you're not
But
gonna
I'm not
regrow his
gonna-
legs. You're basically just stopping him from bleeding out. You're
Okay,
not
I
like
that for-
yeah,
okay,
yeah. You're not growing back his
Yeah.
legs. That's way more magic. You're just stopping.
Yeah,
him from
and to be
bleeding.
clear, yeah, if you
Well,
had
luckily
like a
it's only
hand, you
kinda
cut up your
bad.
hand and you did like a potion, it's not gonna reconnect or anything.
Yeah, it just seals the wound.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Okay,
literally there's a
but
reason
yeah,
why
it
there's
seems
spells
to
for
help a bit. There's still in a bad case, but it helps to stop the bleeding to a decent degree. What type of health potion did you use?
that. I rolled it. It's just a potion of healing, default one. You got
Oh.
7 health back.
Okay.
Abaddon, what is your strength?
18.
Abaddon can carry 270 pounds without any issue.
270? That means I've still got 110 pounds left.
Well, I'm talking about like the weight of the dude on top of you.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, I can also help carry if needed.
And also because
Okay,
they are no longer currently quote unquote making death saves, they would in a reasonable amount of time return to consciousness unless they were actually sleeping while getting eaten alive.
Wait,
Right,
never mind.
tied
I'm using armor.
Sardonyx, what you would see is you would find 2 feet. The area would be covered in blood to some degree, and this room looks like a fight occurred in here, but there isn't any dead in the room. There are graves that look severely damaged, likely to fight, as if people were smashed against them. And if anything, like, I guess more details of what occurred, but I would have you do like an investigation check.
We are moving forward, by the way, guys. Normalist is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're just
The
quickly
normalist
tying
should
him
be
up.
moving. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Then-
additionally,
Drag him.
Abaddon, you realize that Owl and the Gargoyle,
Yeah.
and more to know too, were from the were with the sorcerer that was with the salamander. You do not see the sorcerer in here, nor do you see the salamander. Okay.
Shit.
Also, Abaddon, if you are carrying this guy, I will say that will. You can't just you'll be actively holding his. Are you de-armoring him to do that, or what are you going about doing? Because this is a heavy thing, a heavy bulk.
I can.
thing
I mean,
that
I'll
might
help
prevent you
Abaddon
from
carry it.
doing a lot of attacks or whatnot. Or at least you probably can't have a. You might be able to have a weapon in your hand, but definitely not a shield and that.
I mean, we're not
I'm-
fighting
I'm-
right now anyway, so
I'm not
You'd probably
using
just
it.
have to drop him if we got into combat, is what I'd imagine.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He can handle being dropped like
5 feet.
a foot. Yeah.
You guys can also hear various sounds coming up the stairs. They're kind of varied and they're not necessarily too loud, but because it looks like they're coming from a little distance, but it's kind of there's definitely a mixture of its noise, and some kind of come and go. It's hard to just saying
Go ahead.
all sorts of sounds to be clear. As in the sounds of people moving along areas and the sounds of combat, screams, various. No like clown horns yet, but you know, other sorts of things.
Okay. Norna's like a man possessed is just pushing forward. He is not really.
If a certain player who was going to played a certain character, there would be a. You guys would have certainly seen clowns by now, but that didn't happen.
You need to move the bear man.
Yeah, I know. Huh?
The
Even
bear
with
man's
Bear
with
Man.
us.
It's currently being carried.
And Victoriana
will-
and Claire. Did Claire recognize did Claire talk to the bear man before?
The Claire, it's
The
not
Claire
clear
man.
she did exactly, but she definitely observed them to a decent degree, enough that when she initially was with you, she was worrisome of them and let them fight the trolls to kind of prove to herself, yeah, no, this guy's a fucking menace. This guy was definitely a powerhouse, which them being in this state is bad news for
Yeah.
what's ahead. Here, I will move you on to the next map. I don't think we're gonna do too much on here before we quit. I think I'll let you I'll put you on here, and I'll give you like a couple seconds, and then I think we'll end.
Okay. Where are we at?
Not.
Not yet.
I will drag you on.
We need to
We're-
interrogate the bear man. I also want his armor, so win-win.
Interrogate?
Yeah.
No wonder this. What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you acting so weird?
The thing I want is here, and it seems to be moving, and I have to make sure it doesn't get away. It's pretty
Oh, so when
self-explanatory,
there's something
yes?
that you want, you can get it, but I can't?
What
I
the hell do
say
you
that.
want
What
then?
do you want? You want money. Money is everywhere. What I want is right here. It's entirely different.
She rolls her eyes.
I was
When
half
did you get
tempted to
the
be
water
like
bottle?
really rude, like, you want money? Fine, and like throws fucking gold at him.
Throws the copper
But-
fucking coins.
but that's
I
not.
think that's not a character. That
Yeah,
would
no,
not
no,
be
that's
something you would
tight.
do.
That's me, not Nornalis.
That's you as a brother wanting to like
Yeah.
bully me.
Yeah.
Abaddon just flips you a gold coin and says, "Just behave."
She takes it with a sour look on her face.
Do you want another one? And he sort of dangles it over her head.
No, she will take the first one, but she will not. I think actually, no, she takes the first one, and then you say, do you want another one? And you see her hand just slowly move to her back and just place her hand on the hilt of Deerfling.
Go ahead, draw it, and I'll give you a coin.
No.
Just
No.
go ahead, draw it. I wonder which one of them will be left standing.
I've got 31 gold. I'll give you all of it if I get it.
I will not follow you for your parlor tricks.
I have 31 gold left. You took
Are
Oh, wait.
these, just curious, Ian,
I
are
don't
these
need
like
to say
prison
it's fine.
cells, it kind of looks like?
They seem to be prison cells of sorts, and behind them are somewhat. Some of these are floating. One of these is probably seated. Or some, I guess they can all be seated, but it's floating
Holy
slightly.
fuck,
Seem to
those
be
things look cool.
armored, like kind of like animated armor, but a lot more intense.
Is my tech magic still up? 'Cause,
Yeah,
well,
you're what,
how long?
yeah.
Has it been longer than 10 minutes?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
These are magical monsters. I would say, yeah. I guess that would make sense since these are magically created, I believe. So yeah, they would show up as that.
Those are very much magical.
Also,
You
let's
detect any
see,
magical
what's
traps.
the range of your thing?
30 feet. 30 feet
It's
radius.
30 feet. Ooh, okay. There's a little farther. I might give you some of it.
Well, it's still up. It's a concentration, and they can
Yeah.
just walk around. So, but I do believe this is the best place to leave off, if any.
Yeah.
Yeah. One last thing. You guys hear in the distance, but it almost sounds like it's coming from outside. A horrific battle cry of sorts. That doesn't sound like it could be produced from a human. It's loud and deep.
Is it?
Abaddon, you recognize this as being from the giant troll.
I'd say, wouldn't I also recognize that? 'Cause I'm pretty sure me and
No,
Adam
you've
have
never
spoken
seen
around
it.
the troll. Oh.
You,
But it's a
you've
different
never seen
giant
this
troll.
troll. You have never. Abaddon's the only person who knows of this.
Is that from?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
Abaddon's
assuming
been to the city before.
that's what I was about to ask. Abaddon has been to Vedberg before. Okay.
Yeah, the whole ship crash thing. I don't know if they know its name. I'm not sure if they do.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
I don't think they. Yeah, you don't.
If I can kill it, it's not worth remembering.
I don't know
Well,
if
you
you
didn't
can.
kill it, so
We'll see.
obviously not.
Not yet.
I want to push forward so bad, but we're at stop time.
Yeah, I know. Me too. This is we're gonna get. Okay, we're gonna do boom points. Got this. By the way, this battle map I've had for a while. I initially. Oh, I don't know if I should tell you this. I'll
Don't,
say
that's
this.
fine.
The
Just
fact
I'll
that
say
you have
this.
hesitation means you probably shouldn't.
If it's spoilers,
I'll say.
don't.
All I'll say is that because time has passed, people have gotten to this place and shit has happened. If you had arrived to this place instead of going to the underground initially, situations regarding this place would be different.
Well, unfortunately, I rolled too low to know what this place was, and the people who rolled high enough didn't say anything.
Well, when you were underground, from above ground, or looking at a map or something, I mean, this is a notable location. But yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah, this
Ace
is the place that
initially
most
wanted
people
to.
thought the sword was.
Yeah, Nace. Wow. Ace initially wanted to go to the inn for whatever reason, so that was our first stop. We never didn't make it to the Paladinary above ground, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because once we were in the inn, we just kept
will-
going deeper and deeper.
I don't want you guys on this battle map for too long, so I'll put this on here. And unless you want to, would you ever see this map or the map of the general city area?
General
And then we're
City.
gonna do move points. Okay. So I have some move points to give. I'm gonna give one, but I might give another a little later. After some other people go in. I'm gonna follow what Victorian did. I'm gonna give one to Sardonyx for I mean, and keep in mind, I don't think you guys do not have an expectation to do out of session RP, but and I feel kind of that's why I feel a little giving this, but I think because of Sardonyx seemed to engage a lot in it, and I think it's pretty good. I think the RP was good, but also just the consistency and continuation of just doing just being able to consistently have a whole lot of stuff throughout the week they were able to participate. And I'm giving him a move point for that. And for also in mixture in terms of also some of the stuff they said, mainly the being like, oh yeah, we'll help you clear that whole bit, which is we'll see if that ends up happening fully, but I don't think we'll see. It would extend this campaign by a long shot if it happened.
I mean, is it really a good campaign if it doesn't end in fighting in a proper war?
Well, it would be like if you have a campaign in like a Japan style place, and then the last third of it is like
In America?
you go to some other place.
Going to
America,
going
and
to
the theme's
Belgium.
totally different. As in, if you guys do happen to do that, we'll see. Depending on what happens, I'm most likely going to be. I could maybe do a time skip, but most likely I will have, depending on circumstances. It all depends on what you guys do, obviously. But I will probably have it be viewed as, oh yeah, later on you guys would do this.
An idea I've thrown around before in my head.
Or a different campaign for that, really.
Is if a campaign ever hits level 20, which scarcely happens, I don't feel like that should be the end of leveling. I feel at that point you should look into potentially multi-classing beyond 20.
Yep, and then just taking another level.
Yeah.
Or another class up to 20.
Yeah.
The only thing is though, it gets past level like 15, shit gets real fucky.
Yeah.
Like really, really fucky. Because combat past level 15 is just insane. I got combat to 14 at one point and it was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
Either way.
But also, I'll say there are more wild stuff that could occur with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But also, I want to be able to
actual
end
godhood.
What about godhood?
Ascending to actual demigodhood.
Yeah, but then some angry tarnish is gonna come ruin your day.
Okay,
It's
who's
okay,
gonna
they're
give a point
maidenless.
next?
You see, that only fuels them.
Let's see. You, Ian, gave yours to Sardonyx, so if we're doing a popcorn style, I think that means Sardonyx is next.
Okay, sure, yeah, Sardonyx. Wait, just to confirm, Sardonyx, you're here, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I forgot about your investigation check. Oops. But the main thing I'll say with regards to that, just quickly, is that you would have noticed that like whatever occurred there, it was definitely was likely at least 3 people, and probably not. There's enough like weird stuff to give indication one may have been a mage, and it's most likely that almost certainly that one of the other people in there was the Bear Knight. You're not sure who the other person could have been. Albeit they could have been the guy that was with the Bear Knight, or someone else.
Okay. Who do I want to give my point to? I'm low-key tempted though, but can I? Can Claire?
No.
Can what?
Can Claire get bin points? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'll add it to the pile of ones I have. I don't know. It doesn't mean much, but you can. I don't know what I'd do with them. I don't.
See, what you have to do is every single boon point you, as the DM, earn is a legendary action you can redeem to hurt us.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
No, that's bad.
No, I
That's
can
so
add one.
bad. What do you mean?
No, because I felt like no, not above all, but Sardonyx really values knowledge. So I feel like her talking to Claire kind of gave her a lot of insight to a couple of things, actually. But moreover, so I think she's just very intrigued with Claire as a person in general. Claire seems so fixated, like very fixated.
You can say the same thing about Nordalis, honestly.
Literally
Claire's
frothing
from
at
a
the
very
mouth.
shitty country.
Literally
Claire's from a
frothing
very
at the
shitty-
mouth. Like, we need to go. We need to go now. We need to go. Guys, we... Frothing.
Claire's from a very shitty country with a deranged necromancer running around the wilderness.
May I go next?
No.
Go for it.
Okay. He said no, so sorry, guys.
Yes.
I would like to give my boon point to Moritar for having the balls to, in front of everyone, attune to the wolf eater's hand or wolf bitten hand. Just casually, this like this thing that's had like there's been multiple arguments since I joined the campaign over, hey, this thing's really bad, we shouldn't use it, and then you're just like, okay, places it on your body. And you know what? That takes balls, so I think it's cool.
I mean, who's going to stop Moritar?
Nornalis, probably.
Probably. Nornalis is a wizard.
We'll fucking vortex warp you underwater.
Yeah, you say that, I just stand on top of it.
See, no,
Float
no.
up.
You
No,
still submerged in water for a time, and that has to be unpleasant for Moritar.
What's the
Rockets out
range
of it.
of Vortex Warp?
Very long.
90 feet.
I think Water Walk explicitly says that you raise at a rate of 60 feet per round. So in 2 rounds, in 12 seconds, a fire would definitely be snuffed in 12 seconds. I'm
a bit more than just fire.
We'll find out
I
if
don't
you.
know that.
Maybe after you cool down, we'll see if you have a golden heart.
Aw man, fucking Nornalis, you fucked up the obsidian generator.
Oh shit! Fuck! God
Or the
damn it!
cobblestone generator.
Moritar's secretly building themselves a full body. They've got a hand and a heart.
Fucking
okay,
Frankenstein.
man, I see you.
Fucking Frankensteinian over here.
I just need to get Vecna's iron hand. That's another iron hand. That's another 2 part.
Vecna's eye and hand. Yep. Mortar, your turn.
I'm going to give it to Abaddon for staying in character and showing up.
I was about to say, I want to give one to Abaddon. Like, if I can give a second, I'd give it to Abaddon for being here.
Damn.
You missed like the last 2 sessions. I feel really bad.
Yeah, no, we feel real bad.
That's. Oh, wait, who left?
Sardonyx.
Sardonyx. Okay, about to say, I would have cried if Abaddon left at that. Like, I mean that with full sincerity. Like, I feel bad that you missed the last few sessions.
You would have fucking kicked ass. I think I told you I lined you up perfectly to absolutely slam on the dragon.
Mm-hmm. It would have been amazing if you got a chance to hit the dragon.
You did, just not you.
I'm already about to fucking kill myself for missing those 2 sessions. Don't make the list longer.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, friend.
Just know we missed you, and we're glad you're here.
Yes, we are very happy to have you back.
Please.
Also, I will say, this, I don't know if it's called an awful arc, maybe rather, I don't know how I want to go about it, but there's some, we'll see what will happen, but the goals are intense, let's say that.
I'd agree.
I want to say one last sentence, but I don't even want to give a hint away. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Does it have to
Maybe
do with,
after-
wait, does it have to do with me, or does it have to do with your story?
I'm not gonna say.
No, I'm saying
saying.
I wanted to give you permission if it's about me. I don't mind if you give a hint about me.
It is a little about you. There's the statement I was going to say was about you.
Okay, yeah, no. If you wanna give them a hint, go ahead.
It won't spoil anything.
I trust you.
I am surprised that you have gone this far without giving a greater hint to what your goal is. That's what I'll say.
I don't
I mean,
trust
you
anyone.
kind of have it in a hidden way. But, oh my god,
I don't
it's
trust
a
anyone.
wacky thing.
Normalists has absolutely no trust. For good reason,
has
mind you.
less.
No, I don't think she does. Truly, I don't.
Huh?
Ah, come on. Why wouldn't you trust a literal fucking walking piece of armor who's got fire up gods inside him, a pixie, a thieving cat, and a maniac with an axe?